Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Hope you're feeling better this week.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece. A source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control
You should eat more bananas. Potassium does everything banana. Oh God, it's the one that goes over my age. Is this how I realize I'm old? I don't like it.
In a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece.
Kiss and shit and some.
wobble, 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 wobble down.
Just what do you expect after 25 years? Come on in, son, and make yourself at home.
You guys want to hear something?
That depends on what it is.
Well, this is too good to keep.
Hey, there's the bell. We better go.
Well, I got Take it easy, guys. See you back later.
This old switchboard could talk. Wow. Your ears would sizzle. 1880. We take Alexander Graham Bell's invention for granted today. Perhaps we should. But isn't it incredible that millions and millions of people can talk simultaneously to practically any spot on Earth? In the beginning, back in the old days, the telephone was something of an oddity, to say the least. You'd pick up this receiver to see that the line was clear. Then you'd hang up and ring with this crank. Pick it up again and tell the operator what number you wanted.
Fruity, 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 ring, 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 ding a ding, ring 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 a ding, a ding, a ring, 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 ring a ding.
If there was anybody home, they'd answer and you could talk.
Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday, the 11th of November 2023. I hope you are all keeping well. Lovely to see you all. A message from our sponsor, Geisens.
John Lennon here. Have you seen the grocery list? Royal S10 what?
Says thank you very much for the 35-month resubscription there. And I've got some catching up to do because there have been a lot of very generous people coming in and resubbing. Let me just take a quick glance down my recent events list. I've got it in enough places I should be able to see. My thanks go out to Pyro Pygmy for resubbing at 27 months, to Ardenfets for subbing at 18 months and starting that hype train, to Clive of Legend for subbing for 47 months. 47 months, goodness me, Clive, thank you so much for the support. Oni, 33, goes over your age. Yes, you old fan, but thank you for the support. BC cheering 100 bits there. Thank you very much. Samster subbing at 42 months. Life, the universe, and everything. Kiss and chat and some. Thank you. Kiss and chit and some. Thank you very much, Samster, for the support. AB Me subbing for 35 months right there. And G-Ice is just coming in for 35. Thank you very much, all of you, for the support. Very much appreciated. I'm still suffering. I swear it's a different wave this time. Because I've been fine all week. It just sort of gets to the weekend and I just go... But that's the way it goes. I got a ring light, so hopefully I'm a bit brighter than I normally am. It's currently very precariously attacked, so if there's a big crash and it suddenly gets a bit dark later on, it's because it's fallen down. But yeah, I'm waiting for a screw to get it in place. But yeah, hopefully that gives a bit more ambient light for me here. Anyway, welcome to you all. Thank you to Zeus for that pack of Plinko right there, and the machine feeling quite generous and doubling up at the end, which is good. So thank you, Zeus, for the questions. 2 more games to play tonight, possibly with Rock Paper Scissors Lizard Spock in between, and we are going to start with Cryptex. This has been written by Jerry. I'm not sure if Jerry's written for the channel before. Possibly in eons past, but certainly not for a little while. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. It was proofed by Colo, so very grateful to both Jerry and Colo for providing the trivia and the proofing. And this is all done by Whispering. This is first time writing. Well, Jerry, thank you very much for your efforts. I'm looking forward to seeing what it brings. This is a game where you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot, not QuizBot 3000, not TopperBot, and certainly not in the public chat. I would advise you to get some pen and paper as well. It's kind of handy for this game. But this is Cryptex. Yes, I'm getting to it only. I'm building up to it. And if you want to play Cryptex, then you need to join by typing in this code. And the code for this edition of Cryptex is KTEP, K-T-E-P. So if you want to come and play Cryptex, type in that code. Anyway, it's been a good week. I popped over to Wales this week, caught up with some of my colleagues in person over in Wales, in Caerphilly, which was very nice. My car broke. I think I mentioned it last week. The clutch went, but after I went into beast mode with them over the phone, and they eventually agreed that they'd do it under the warranty. So. That they weren't going to originally, which made me quite cross. But yeah, that's a very long and tedious story, but I have now got my car back, which is good. I am just going to take my hoodie off because I'm cardi. I'm a little bit warm. So yeah, it's been a good week, and say apart from the second wind of this sort of flu kicking up, it's all fairly positive at the moment. So lots of players in for Plinko. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24, 25 in so far. Let's make it 26. I thought I'd do something different for this game, and I don't think I've ever played it before. So, I am going to change all that up tonight, because this pack was written by Jerry, and a message from our sponsor, Topper One Gaming.
Royal F10 red wine, Royal F10 washing machine, Royal F10 Persephone's chair, Royal F10 Tchaikovsky, Royal F10 holy potato, Royal F10 what, Royal F10 gigagrams, Royal F10 more P, Royal F10 red herring, Royal F10 birds, Topper 17 ice.
TTS gave other guys Topper. Thank you for the 31-month subscription, my dude. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to play this game because it was written by Jerry and it was proofed by Colo. And apart from copying the export and chucking it into the game, which I didn't look at because it all compiled, if I'd had to look at it because it wasn't compiling, then I wouldn't have been able to do this. But I'm going to join this game because I've not played before, and I like to see how it could get on. Jerry from Ben and Jerry, yes! There's a gag there somewhere. Let me say hello to everyone. Who have we got? We've got Lewis, Colo, ADD Shapes, welcome to you. Fetz, Prugs, Topper, Lottibus, Mark, Toot, good evening. Still got a Pyropygmy, Mr. Vertigo, Zeus, Puzzle Dan, Oni, a Run, hello. BC, Circubat, Jers, Dogfish, Silver Electron, Lupi, Stimson's Angle, welcome to the stream. Samster and Kegler and Monster Man and Ali, Chaos and Sooty Cat, hello. 8 Minky, Nando, Shadowme, Jerry, Jogging, G-Ison's Prey Streams, Chrono Blazer 47, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat, you are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining. And what promises to be a fun evening of trivia. I'm going to give this 2 more minutes before we start this game. Word of warning, pen and paper is handy on this game, and I'm just going to shuffle my keyboard back because I don't think I need it for this game, but I will need my pen and paper. So I've got right here. Actually, no, I'll tell a lie, I will need a keyboard because I'm going to have to type to the bar. It does mean I'm not going to be able to give you any trivia on the questions as we go. I'm wondering if Colo may be able to copy-paste some of the trivia as the answers are revealed. What's the rules of this game? Lulu45, welcome to the stream. It's sort of like a crossword. It's a bit like a sort of crossword where you need to take a letter from each of 8 clues to make up a bigger word where you get more points at the end. But if you want to play, the most important thing is you type in that lobby code. That's a good start. And from now on, Lulu, whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Factoid, there's our raid message. E equals E. I like that. Yeah, whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot, not into the public chat, because they won't be processed if they go into the chat and they'll be deleted by a moderator, so make sure they get whispered. I'm going to do my best to read the questions and play and write things down for Cryptex at the same time. I'm not optimistic. I may give up halfway through and just resort to reading the questions, but it's an experience. I'm definitely not going to play our later game, which is the Purge, coming up later on, written by Quizzle, the first official game in the new software. I know we've done a couple of test runs. I made some final tweaks to that this morning, so looking forward to playing that out. I've proofed that one. It's been written by Quizzle. It's classic Purge in format in terms of the question count, so very much looking forward to playing that a bit later on. That'll be in about 45-50 minutes time. Cryptex and red wine, oh dear, indeed. Well, look, we've got lots of players in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, 31 players in at the moment, which is lovely to see. You can join anytime. That room code will be there throughout. Good luck to you all. It's 19 crimes, so it's probably a Shiraz Cab Savvy thing. It doesn't actually say. Very quick message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Timing this because the oven timer's just gone off, and it'll buy me a minute to get the pudding out.
Oh, can't go without pudding shapes. Well, you've got about a minute while I explain the rules. But I think we should get on with it. Let's get on with the game. Welcome to Cryptex. So here's how to play. Every 20 seconds you'll be presented an index number and an 8-letter clue. There are 8 clues in total. These clues will help you crack the cryptex at the end of the round. The clue and the cryptex share the same letter in the index position, so you might get, for example, hopping Australian marsupial with a 6. The answer would be kangaroo. That on its own is worth 5 points. You also want to take the 6th letter of that word and stick it into the 6th slot of the cryptex, giving you an R. After all 8 clues have been revealed, there'll be a 10-second break, and at any time before the break, you may submit the answer to any of the clues that have been revealed. Each correct answer is worth 5 points. Any incorrect answers or repeats will cost you 1 point. After that 10-second break, attempt to crack the cryptex. Remember, you don't have to get all 8 to crack the cryptex, but the more you have, the more chance you have of being able to work it out. You have only got 1 attempt to do so. Cracking the cryptex is going to be worth 20 points, and an incorrect answer will cost you 10. Whisper all your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot, not in the public chat, and use of pen and paper is strongly encouraged. I've not played this game before, and it's only been around for 2.5 years, so I've dished it out a lot. Let's see if I can take it. This game does auto run, so from when I next press the button, it won't stop until the game concludes. And Mrs. Flush has just delivered some dinner for me. Thank you, Mrs. Flush. So, as well as hosting Cryptex, reading the questions, typing my answers, I'm going to be playing Cryptex, typing my answers, writing my notes down, and trying to eat some food at the same time. It could all go horribly wrong. And if I abandon the game halfway through, it's because I'm going to concentrate on reading. Good luck. Let's play. Round 1. Starting with, Freddie Mercury was born in the Sultanate of Zanzibar, now this country. 6. You want the 6th letter. Remember, all of these answers are going to be 8 letters long, so it's not going to be that. Okay. You want the 3rd letter here. Sold to Rangers for £65,000 in 67. Managed a treble in 98-99. 8 letters long. You want the 3rd. I should know this. It's not that. It's not that. I can't remember. Moving on. Dingy prisons that pair well with dragons and an ampersand. think I can get that one. You want the 8th letter? Did I get one? Yes. Okay. Remember, you can solve any of the clues after they've gone. The largest conurbation in New Zealand. Oh my god. It's really hard. This is really hard. Alright, New Zealand down there. They celebrate Life Day on their native planet, Kashyyyk. 8 letters, you want the 7th. Surely it's that. Was that me that made that noise? Where am I? It wasn't 8 letters. Pope Francis's X handle. You want the 5th letter? Ugh, blimey. I'm having a mare here. And that's 2, 3, 4, that's the Pope. Golden anniversary. You want the 2nd letter? Surely it's that. Hey, I got one. Whisper it. You've got to whisper it. Whisper to the bot. Edible member of the allium family. 8 letters. You want the 4th. That increase in the pulse means that this is the last clue of this puzzle. Try that. No, that's wrong. Okay, 10 seconds to check you're working. I am not going to be attempting this, we're having only gotten 2 of those clues. The more you've got, the more chance you have of solving it. 20 seconds, 20 points if you're right, minus 10 if you're wrong. You don't have to attempt. Gorando, welcome to the stream. Solution to the Cryptex. Airlines. Freddie Mercury, Tanzania, from where we got the N, where Freddie Mercury was born. Sold to Rangers, Ferguson, from where we got the R. I was thinking of the club, I thought it was Man United. Dingy prisons of pair where with dragons, that would be dungeons, from where we got the S. The largest conurbation in New Zealand, of course, it's Auckland, from where we got the A. They celebrate Life Day on Kashyyyk. I thought I typed Wookiees, but I guess I missed off one of the E's. Pope Francis' X handle, Pontifex, from where we got the F. Golden anniversary, of course, is the 50th, from where we got the I. And the edible member of the allium family is a scallion, from where we got the L. That's the end of puzzle 1. Okay. Tough one to start though. Riff and Mark off to a strong start at 55. Dogfish just behind 54. Shapes has got 50. Samster 49. Nando and Zeus on 48. 2 on 44. They're the only ones who solved that Cryptex, so there's a bit of a gap opening up there. But don't worry, we'll have another puzzle coming up now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Starting with this. The Greeks won this 490 BC battle. Only one I can think of. And it's far too many letters, it's definitely not going to be that. You want the 6th letter of this. And you want to put it into the 6th slot of your Cryptex. Beats Lizard, loses to Spock. Fuck. Sure, is it that? Yes, you want the 5th letter. We'll be playing that a bit later on. 1 trillion floating point operations per second. Or the 8th letter. Not of Scoops. I probably should know that, but I don't. 1 trillion floating point operations per second. Remember, you can go back and answer any of the questions that have passed, so make some notes on them if you think there's going to be helpful later on. Car crash injury or Motörhead's Grammy-winning Metallica cover. You want the 1st letter. What's going to go back to me? Food, I think. At this point, I'm having a mare. Turns out I am not very good at Cryptex. Rear entrance, 4th letter. Is it that? Hey! So take the fourth letter of that clue, stick it in the fourth slot of the Cryptex. I'm saying this more for my benefit than anyone else's because I've not played before. One UK Taskmaster 5 and has been TV partners with More, and White House. Second letter. Oh, I should know that. And I'll know it as soon as I see it, but I can't remember it. Maybe you do. Bash, Riff, welcome to the stream. Great to have you both here. Comic character, Hagger the Blank. You want the third letter? I think I know this one. Third letter. Yes. Maybe thinking about the crypts. Oh shit, I put it in the wrong place. Oh, okay, well that's messed that up. First word of Exile on mainstream band. You want the seventh letter. Ooh, a tricky one there. Again, there's another one I'm not going to be able to get anything on. Last few seconds. Okay, so that one denying a couple of people a perfect puzzle there. Nando and two just one away, and Shapes as well, just one away from solving there. Let's see, did you crack the Cryptex? 20 seconds. Zeus did. A few others did as well. The solution to the Cryptex. Workshop. The Greeks won this. It was the Battle of Marathon. I was thinking Thermopylae from where we got the H. Scissors beats Lizard and loses to Spot from where we got the S. 1 trillion floating point operations per second is a teraflop, of course it is, from where we got the P. Whiplash is Moted's Grammy-winning Metallica cover from where we got the W. Rear entrance will be a back door from where we got the K. The UK Taskmaster winner, Mortimer, White House and Mortimer, of course, from where we got the O. Hagger the Horrible from where we got the R for that one. And Exile on mainstream band was Matchbox from where we got the O. Very well done if you got that one. That is the end of puzzle 2. Riff and Mark neck and neck at the top with 105 points each. Shapes on 103. Nando's got 101. 2 and Samster both on 99. Zeus is 98. Quite a few more solving the Cryptex on that round. Dollfish on 93. Rune on a very nice 69. Mantis has got 68. Oni's got 66. AB me on 65. That completes the top row. Let's move on to round number 2. Okay, gameplay is exactly the same as it was before. The only difference is that this time each clue is now a combination of 2 words. The ending of the first word is blended with the beginning of the second. At least 2 of the letters will overlap. For example, you might be given a poke hand of 5 hearts, which would be a flush, and bar black blank would be sheep. Flush plus sheep overlap at least 2 letters to make an 8-letter total. Flusheep, that would be your answer. As ever, take the letter indicated in between the pointy brackets as the letter you need for your Cryptex solution. In this case, the second letter would be an L. The Cryptex solution will be a real word, not a mashed up word. It was always worth bearing that in mind. Remember, this is also around you might be able to solve half of the puzzle and get the letter, but not the whole thing. So if someone's managing to solve at the end and they've only got 1 right, it might be they actually worked out the other half but didn't get the other half to get the individual clue, but they did get enough to get the Cryptex. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see if I can get more points this round. Currently sat on 24. 24, that's quite respectable so far. And I've just realised the answers are there, so I'm not going to look at that screen. Obviously it exports them into the game. Right, here we go. First one, 1971 Ali Frazier Fight of the Blank and Cereal Grass Bread. You want the 4th letter. I mean, it might be that. Remember, at least 2 of the letters will overlap. Might be that. I'm going to put it in brackets. Golden Beetle from Aladdin movie, and the first biblical murder victim. You want the 5th letter here. I know what that is. Golden Beetle. Oh. Yeah, I got one. Right, moving on. Garfield's owner and Toronto's province. You want the 3rd letter here. I'm putting that in parentheses. I think I might be mixing up with the person who created Garfield. Certainly don't know that one. Lots of ping going on, which is good. 39.37 inches, EN-US. And in baseball, E1 is blank by the pitcher, not the 7th letter here. Oh, I'm struggling there. It's like a lot of people are as well. The shapes have got there though, well played. Sonic creators and no one plots like Disney antagonist. I know that one. Sonic creators and no one plots like Disney antagonist. Pugilist's prize and subgroups of belief systems. Pugilist's prize. I feel like I should know that. Moving on. Tallahassee State and a Go Masters rank. 8th letter. Tallahassee State and a Go Masters rank. Tallahassee State. How don't I know that? I definitely should know that. Last one for this puzzle. Flowers for a prom outfit and a soft, solid-like material. I've got nothing. Mark with a perfect board here. Very well played. And that's going to be time. I've got Scoobs. I've got 2 for definite and like 1 in parentheses. So I'm not going to solve this, but maybe you can. 20 seconds. Crazy thought. Would this game be improved by having a final clue that, at this point, that gives you a clue to the Cryptex? Samson says no. I'll come back and look at other feedback in a minute. Pentagon is the answer. Centure. This is where I'm going to struggle with that of my notes. Scarab and Abel, from where we got the A. Scarable. John and Ontario. Meter and Error. Meterra, I think. Sega and Gaston. Say Gaston. Pugilist prizes a purse, and a subgroup of beliefs would be sects. Purse sects. Very nice. Florida, of course it's Florida. And Edan, possibly? Floridan and Corsage and Sage. Oh, goodness, it's moving far too fast. Without any notes to refer to, that's very hard to go through them. Final clue could be a good leveler. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now, having not played it before. Dan, thank you, Jerry. Correct ping is a cozy sound. It does work in this game. We're going to do another one. Exactly the same rules as before. Get your pen and paper ready. This is fun, even though I'm not doing very well, I have to say. Here's the first. To remove oneself to avoid a conflict of interest and hide and go blank. Well, I think that's that. Go on, lad! I'm happy. I'll retire. I'm happy with that. Japanese assassin and basketballer LeBron. Oh, I'm very happy. I've got 2. Next one. 70s Roundabout Band and Bill S. Preston blank. Not the 5th letter. And at this point, I will return to my pasta. Forgive me eating on stream. No, the reason I asked that question is because Cryptex is due for a software update. And it'd be an easy thing to implement. French wine and a whole number. Is that just... Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling good. I feel good about this one. I got 3 right. A big London clock's bell and gradual decline into disorder. I got the first half. It's the second half I'm struggling with. I'll come back to that one. What letter was that? 4. Put that down there. Blank of the Vanities and terminated from employment. 6th letter. Wheeled simple machine and sensing organs with rods. I know the second half. The first half I'm struggling with it. Wheeled simple machine. That's pretty long. Breachable ship body and alpaca-like mammals. Second letter. Is that it? No! Oh, I felt I should have got that one. 20 seconds to check. Right, what was that? Oh. I feel like I'm close here. Begins with a V. Vultures, yeah, I was right. I was in the right area. Recuse and Seek. Recuse-Seek. Ninja and James. Ninjames. I got both of those. I was happy with that. Yes and Esquire. Van and Integer. Vantager. From where we got the V. Ben and Entropy was the word I couldn't find. Bentropy from where we got the T. Bonfired. Lovely. Fired. I got the fired part of it. Couldn't get the bon. Wheel simple machines. A pulley. Pulley and eyes, of course. Hull and llamas. I couldn't get the spelling right on that. Hull llamas. That's the end of puzzle number 4. Mark has the lead with 225. Samson in second with 209. And Toot is in third with 204. We've got Shapes on 202. Nando on 201. Riff on 195. Zeus 193. Dogfish 188. Clyde's got 162. Lupine 145. ABME 128. As has BC 128. And Royal Flush is on 49. I'm trying. I'm hosting and eating at the same time, but I'm also not very good at this game. I haven't had as much practice as you guys. Round 3 is the Cryptex round. In this round, crack the Cryptex as quickly as possible. Do not submit answers to the clues, so you can just forget about whispering to the bot until you are sure you know what the Cryptex is. Only crack the Cryptex. At the beginning of the round, the Cryptex is worth 55 points. Clues are revealed every 15 seconds. Each clue drops the value of the Cryptex by 5 points. You've got 1 attempt. An incorrect answer will earn you 1 point for each letter in the correct position. So if it comes to the end, and you've only got like 3, just type an 8-letter phrase that has those 3 letters in those positions. You'll get points all the same. Final round, only 3 Cryptexes left. It's yeah, it's one of those ones I feel like if I practiced it I'd probably get good. But oh well, how have you crashed? Come back, dashboard. It's I do feel maybe a final cryptic clue for the final clue at the end would even it out. I'll explain my rationale at the end of the game. We're going to play for now. Good luck, 55 points in the bank. We're looking for a measurement. I'm not going to look at that screen. Anyone want to solve now? You've only got 1 attempt, so maybe have a or don't have a think BC. That's fine too. 50 points available now. Hangs out in Banjo's backpack. This is 7 letters long. You want the 4th. Oh God. I think it's that, but I can't be sure. 6.02 times 10 to the 23. 4 letters. You want the 3rd. What? Couple of attempts here. Remember looking for a measurement. Don't solve this clue. If that's what you're doing. Shortcake, switchblade, or fields, perhaps. 10 letters. You want the 5th. Oh, I know that one. There's our first solve. Shadowmane picking up 40 points, I think. 6 to 12 foot long reptile. Mantissa right behind with U-shaped snout. 9 letters. You want the 6th. Oh, it's not a reptile, is it? You fucking idiot. Clarkson started many Top Gear intros with this word. Is it that? 7 letters, you want the 7th. Be that. German gnome. 6 letters, you want the 1st. There's a very interesting split here, because it is a measurement. Remember, spelling does count. There's a solve and a fail at the same time. 20 points if you can solve now. David Bowie is Jareth in this movie. I know that one. 9 letters, you want the 8th. 20 points. You remind me of the B. A baseball throw, 5 letters, you want the 2nd. Oh! I might have an idea. Yeah! Come on, I got 15 points. 15 seconds to solve it now. Oh, I felt like a genius. That's great. That's so good. I felt like a genius when I solved it. Type something now. Every letter in the right place, you get points. Well done if you solved that. It was a kilowatt is what we were after. Some early ones going for kilogram. A mole. 6.02 times 10 to the 23. Strawberry fields. I missed the first answer there as well. Alligator was the one we were after there. Tonight. Oh, of course it is. Tonight. Kobold is the gnome. Labyrinth is the Bowie film that Jareth is in. A pitch is a baseball throw. And that was the last one. And that's updated now. So, on to the next. We're looking for a video game. With some information, maybe. 55 points if you can solve without any more clues than that. PC's going to give it a go. Of course he is. Not that. 8-letter video game. A legendary Belgian cyclist born in 1945 is our first clue. 6 letters long, you want the 5th. We're after a video game. Illicit Prohibition Drinking Club. 9 letters, you want the 3rd. Oh. Thank you, Bugsy Malone. I think. Video game. This puzzle, at least. 8 letters, you want the 6th. Mark, first to solve to pick up 40 points. Well played. A medicinal salve. 8 letters, you want the 8th. No, I'm not having much luck on this one. 30 points. The Simpsons Blank of Horror. 9 letters, you want the 7th. Don't solve that one. Just write down the letter that you need. Samster's also sold. Shapes is also sold for 30. 25 in available now. Maybe me getting them. In Star Trek, the Blank Maru. 9 letters, you want the 4th. Had some more pasta. Oh, for God's sake. 7 letters, you want the 2nd. Element 36. 20 points available now. Not got a squeeze. One more clue. Sajak's cash-taking wedge. 8 letters, you want the 1st. That might be helpful. Okay, 10 points if you can solve it now. So I got 3 points. So my 3 that I got were right, but I couldn't work it out. The solution, Breakout. Merchik is the Belgian cyclist. I think that's how it's pronounced. Speakeasy is one of the ones I got. Illicit Prohibition Drinking Club. Category, video game. This very clever. Ointment is a medicinal salve. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. Kobayashi in Star Trek, the Kobayashi Maru. Krypton is element 36. Bankrupt, I got that one. Sajak's cash-taking wedge in Wheel of Fortune. 55 points back in the bank. One final Cryptex. Good luck. It's a world city if you want to try and solve it now for 55 points. Mark has the lead. 10 points ahead of Samster, who is 8 points ahead of Nando. BC doing his custom first attempt. Let's go on. Became president of South Africa in 1994. 7 letters, you want the 7th. So a lot of counting with my fingers in this game. Uh, 45 points. Mary Poppins song, 34 letters. You want the 8th. Remember, after all, World City. Couple of 4 solves already. 40 points available now. Bugs Bunny's Rabbit of Seville Nemesis. 5 letters, you want the 5th. And Mark securing his win with that solve for 40 points. Well played. Gold medal will be yours. Don't know that one. 90s hacker film or stealthy synonym for trainers. 8 letters, you want the 6th. Twitch's precursor. Blank.tv. 6 letters, you want the 4th. I know that one. Oh! I'm gonna give it a go. Yeah! Got it! Space Cloud, proposed by a Dutchman. 4 letters, you want the 2nd. What a rush! 25 points for solving now. Letter that starts the most US state names. 1 letter, you want the 1st. What a great clue. I beat you with the last topper. Have I beat you? I think you're ahead. Are you ahead of me? Oh, and 3 points ahead. Oh, but you've... Oh! Kingdom Hearts currency, 5 letters, you want the 3rd. Alright, last chance to solve. Any letters in the right place get your points, so it's worth a go if you've got anything written down. Why are you hanging on, Mark? Let's reorder the board. The solution was Montreal. Mandela was the president of South Africa. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is the Mary Poppins song. Elmer is Bugs Bunny's Rabbit of Seville Nemesis. Sneakers, the 90s hacker film, or the stealthy synonym of trends. Justin.tv was Twitch's precursor. Ort, Space Cloud proposed by a Dutchman, 4 letters. Ort. M, and I'll come to you on that in a minute, Mark. Money is the Kingdom Hearts currency. And that's the end of the game. And by a point, Samsa takes the bronze with 284. Nando takes the silver with 296. But it's Mark who gets the gold with 309. And times your score by 3. Those are the pennies you will receive. 8 N's and 8 N. I suppose all the Norths. North Carolina, North Dakota, New Mexico, New York, New something else. Good catch. You should become a proofer, Mark. Don't become a proofer. You won't be able to play as quite as many. Yeah, there are 8 N's too. Those interesting ones. We could have just slightly tweaked the question possibly and said 1 of 2. Made it open-ended. Well, I'm happy with my 98 points. Not quite breaking 3 figures. But I got 98 points, which is 3 more than Topper. So I'm going to claim that as a host victory. 64 was not bad too, yeah, absolutely. That, I have to say, it's a tough game. Only plays for the music, touche. I really enjoyed that. Can I give a massive thanks to Jerry for first-time writer here on this channel. How'd you play this guy? Oh, very well, Zeus, very well. It's 500 pennies. Yeah, lovely. I felt that was quite challenging, personally, but I enjoyed the challenge. And it's, I have to say, it's, having never played it before, it's immensely satisfying solving the Cryptex. Now, let me just address my thing on why I think it might be nice to have an extra clue at the end. It's because if you've done very well in the round and you've got like 7 out of 8, you're already ahead of someone who's got maybe 3 out of 8. Because you've got 7 out of 8, you kind of automatically get an extra 20 points at the end. And that person who was behind just goes further behind. And it feels like those who do well, that the gap widens for them ahead of those who do less well on the originals. That's my immediate thought. And I'm not saying, I say that, and I've only clocked that being a player for the first time. I think it might be nice to have an extra cryptic clue at the end to solve the Cryptex. but it should be more obscure than the originals, which makes it slightly more challenging on the writers. I know there was an immediate no from Samster, and that might balance it out from Riff, so obviously opinion is divided on that. So let me know your thoughts on that in Discord, because that is probably the last time we'll play this in the current software. I'm looking to update that. Do you want to encourage the lower scoring players to gamble? Well, that is an element of that, is if you get that, because here's the thing, at the moment, Silent Marine, if you've only got 2 of them, the final thing is sort of a non-event for you. You just ignore it because you haven't got enough to even get there. Whereas if you get a clue, it might give you a little boost to get you over the line. If you've got 7, you've got it anyway. So it's sort of something, an extra incentive, and of course there is still the jeopardy if you do get it wrong. I'm aware of it, may try a couple of example clues, see how it will work. I think more balance would be good for criticism. It does seem quite polarised. It does, yeah, and that's a valid point with something I've noticed. And hello, Silent Marine, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's something I want to think about, because it just seems rather stark at the moment that if you can get 5 or 6 or more of the game, you get a free 20 points. Whereas if you get 2 or 3, then you've got a 20-point deficit from everyone else who got slightly more than you, and you're already behind. It just sort of strikes as, it's like in the same way we wouldn't double punish someone for doing, you wouldn't double penalise something because they've been penalised by the fact they didn't get as many points. You're then effectively penalising them again by giving the ones who are ahead a sort of a free bonus. Yeah, double punish is what I'm getting at. It's just a thought, and having played it, as a not particularly good player, I feel that might be a little more balancing. I don't think it'll make a massive difference, because if you've still only got 3, the odds are that you're still going to struggle with the final clue as well. But it's something to think about. But anyway, Jerry, can I thank you very, very much for that pack? It's been great fun playing with that, and I'm glad I decided to do something spontaneous. And I'm sorry it meant I didn't get to read your notes, which I'm now going to go and take a look at, see if there is anything. Relevant translation bit. Sonic is Sega's signature character. Remember, paper disproves Spock. Teraflop. Someone might be able to tell us. Not 100% sure if the per second is needed. That clue was 1 trillion floating point operations per second. Is the per second needed? Someone who's got a better understanding of computational engineering might be able to tell us. While for it to be Twitter, it does lose the sneaky X clue that way. Pope Francis's X handle. Conurbation, incidentally, the largest conurbation in New Zealand is a group of urban communities. And crocodiles have V-shaped snouts, which is why it was that and wasn't that, and it was alligators. Tonight start with season 2, episode 3, 3:34. There's a video link there. Yes, 8 M's, 8 N's as well, apparently. So every day's a school day. And one of the best currency names in video games, Money, M-U-N-N-Y, which I'd missed when scanning through the answers real quick. I know I don't tag along to play the games normally because I've got eyes on the questions, but that was really good fun. So Jerry, thank you very much for providing that. Thank you in the chat for humouring me and letting me play along. And I hope I managed to read the questions okay, as well as play and scarf down some food. Hard to picture the difficulty that rewards players who fill more letters in. Welcome, Score Count. And yeah, there is a difficulty about how exactly you pitch that clue, because it would have to be harder, otherwise it's just the 9th clue. It's something to think about. So if anybody who is not in the Discord would like to join and throw some ideas, put this in discussion rather than suggestions. Suggestions is more for bugs and things that we know are wrong. This is something I'd rather get a conversation going. Unless you've already started putting it in suggestions, because I see there is one in there already. But I'd rather this was in discussion, because I'd rather get a bit of a conversation going about it, because suggestions is more for this needs to be fixed. And yes, very well done to Mark on victory, Nando on your silver, and Sam on your bronze. Very well played. Per second is needed because it's a measurement of processor capability. Thank you, Stilgar, for the extra info there. Right, with 49 viewers, goodness me. Lots of people in on this Saturday night, and it's just before 9 o'clock. So, we're going to play Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock during the break. I'm going to put some adverts on, so if you're not subbed, you still should be able to play, because this game is done with the app. Those links are wrong, so play in the browser. Play in the browser if you want to play this. It's just a bit of fun during the break. And when we come back, we will have the first official airing of The Purge with the new software. It's been written by Quizzle and proofed by me, so I won't be playing this one. It's a great pack, and I've made a couple of quality of life changes to the software as well. So it should be really, really good fun. Give me a couple of minutes just to get the build set up. We'll play some adverts, but we won't start The Purge without you, but we'll do rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock with some music in the interim. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side for some Purge action. Congrats again to Mark. Thank you to Jerry and to Colo for proofing. Don't go away. We'll be back very soon. You're absolutely right, Topper. That is a proper bop. That first link says it's offline. Is that right? Yeah. If you're talking about the universal controller, Progs, you will be offline until you connect to the room. Right. Let me stop wittering. Let me put some music on. Let me move that into the used folder. Thank you again, Jerry, for that. Let me initiate a bonus. 250 pennies, Cryptex 252, if you would like that. I'm going to set up the next two games, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spot, which we'll play during the break, I beg your pardon, and The Purge, which we'll be playing after the break, as written by Quizzle. If you want to play either of these games, both of them use the app. If you're playing Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spot, you'll need to refresh in between, because I haven't got a fast reload built into it. I tried to put one in, and it just crashed it, so, you know, that was weird. But The Purge coming up from Quizzle in about 5 minutes time, 10 minutes time. In the interim, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spot to keep you entertained. We'll play some adverts, but all should be good fun. And yeah, Raspberry Floof, welcome to the stream. And I look forward to seeing you in a few minutes time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance. Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
Well, you join us halfway through this second round of Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock. And there is all to play for. Of course, we're going to round 2 with an even number of plays. You need to win 1 of 1. We've had at least 1 tie. We've had 2 ties. Ralph and AB Me both going out there. Bad luck, bad luck. And we have 1 more bout in this round between Shapes and Cirky. How are they going to play? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a Spock and a Scissors, and of course Spock is going to smash those scissors, which means we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players progressing through to round number 3. Very well done if you have got this far and beaten the odds. Win 2 of 2 to progress, the toughest one so far. We could have no winners, very possible. Stilgar versus Shape starting off, and they're both going to be eliminated because there is no winner there, so they can't win their second one either. Bad luck. Also, Jack Wilfred, welcome to the stream, and thank you to that anonymous gifter for gifting a sub to Jack Wilfred. It's Chaos versus Paper Minky now. And it's Lizard versus Rock. The Rock is going to cross the Lizard. Paper Minky with the advantage. He needs to win his second bout in order to ensure a place in the next round. It's Oni versus Stimpson coming up next. How are they going to play it out? It's a Lizard and a Paper. The Lizard is going to eat the Paper. Oni with an advantage still needs to win his second in order to guarantee a place in the final. That's why the numbers are red. It means they're not through yet. Raspberry Flute versus Mark coming up next. Let's take a look, see how they play. We've got Scissors and we've got Rock. Rock, as ever, will crush the Scissors. Mark with an advantage does need to win his second in order to get a place into the next round. So only 3 players could possibly progress at this point. Minky, Paper Minky and Oni are 2 of them. Goodness me. And they've tied! It's a rock, so we're either going to have no winners or Mark is going to walk it by default. Let's see what happens. Shapes and Stilgar, this one is academic. Yeah, the idea of having 2 of 2 was just to sort of speed things up a bit and to make it a bit tighter. So if we ever get to a 1-1 final, that's an excitement waiting to happen. Raspberry Flute versus KS, no consequences here. Mark is going to be playing Stimpson's Angle to see whether or not he can win this game or whether he's going to be denied it. If Simpson wins or it's a tie, then there will be no winners, and it will be a good waste of 15 minutes of all of our time. Mark, can you take it for the extra pennies? Let's see. He's played Scissors, which cut the paper, and Mark is going to take this edition of Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock. He wins 2 of 2 in round 3, the only player to progress. And the only player left standing. That is game over. Very well done, Mark. You are our champion. And you'll get extra pennies, which should be now saying on your device how many you've won. And if I refresh it, then I'll be added to the bank. Good fun. Cool. That went on a bit. I don't know any ways of speeding it up, but it does have the capacity to have like 3 or 4 or 5 players all playing at once, but I figured that it might get messy. He wins random simple picky game, I quit. Well, that was fun. I think that'd be better as a warm-up game rather than an in-betweener game. It went on a bit long for an in-betweener game. I'm going to fade out Odd Chap here. There you go, in my Electro Swing playlist. And we'll go to the BRB screen. We will stop that build. I hope you all had fun with that. But time to get into the business end of the stream at just approaching 9 UK time. It is our headline event, I suppose you could call it. It is the first official airing of the new software of the Purge. The question pack structure is the same as the classic in that the number of options increase in the way that they always have. There are 20 main game questions, 4 Purge questions, and 5 Purge questions and 4 final questions. Quizzle has written it, and I have proofed it, which means everyone who is watching has the capacity to play. If you were playing Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock, you will need to refresh that app. If you weren't, you will need to go and grab it, ideally in a browser window, because I think those links are still broken. I need to go and update them. There's a lot to look forward to here. It's a great pack, so I do hope you can come and play, and keep your fingers crossed that the software holds together. It's time for the Purge. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it is purge time and it is standing time. Come and join the game if you would like to play. Is that a pun? Yes, it is that pun. Does the purge have its own? Yes, it does. It shouldn't do, though. That's something I haven't done yet. I haven't hooked up the Stream Deck properly. Because, unless, is this just progress game? No, this is just progress gameplay. So I just need to delete that, I think. This just use the standard defaulty one. Come and join playing Quizzle's pack of the Purge in the brand new software. I have made some tweaks since the last time we played. I am standing, as is the custom for the Purge. I have turned out the lights, but it's sort of a bit of a nothing burger in turning out the lights here, because of this here ring light. If I turn that off, oh fuck, let's not push that down, because that is going to be very expensive if that falls down. Not the ring light, but the monitors it's going to land on. There we go. Ring light off. No, you don't all have to stand. You don't all have to stand, and if you want to, feel free. Depending on if you're playing on a phone, it might be very easy to stand. If you're playing on a desktop, possibly not so. Lucario, welcome to the stream. Are you in the game? Have you joined the game? I've seen you chat, or the bot has seen you chat. And you've typed a code, which means I assume you are in the game. Let me find you, Lucario. Where have you gone? There you are. There's your tiger over there. Welcome to the game, Lucario. We're honoured by your presence. Lovely to have you here. And I'm going to give a few minutes to join, because this has got anytime entry, but you don't get a chair if you join late. Okay, so you've got to get in before I lock the lobby if you want to play in the main game and have a chance of winning. So this is the Purge, one of my earliest originals, fourth, I think. Danger Zone. Google that. Escape Artist Purge, yeah. So this is my fourth original in the brand new software in the well, it's not the Buzz Off Studio. It is the Buzz Off Studio Theatre, but it's the Purge Studio Theatre here in Sussex that you are joining us at. And it's all very exciting with this pack from Quizzle. Here's how the Purge works. It's a hive mind game. I've made some changes, so at no point in the game, stall for a bit. Okay, yeah, I can stall for time, Colour. I'll explain the rules while we're doing that. Yeah, I've got my Evolution t-shirt on. The Persephone Auditorium, I like that. Buzz off, yeah, this is Buzz Off Dark Mode. In this game, it's a hive mind game, and I've made some changes such that no one will ever know how many points anyone has until the boards are revealed. There's 2 points where the boards are revealed, once before the final purge and then once at the very end. Pennies are paid out in accordance to the bank. You'll just have to trust it. You should get a readout at the end of how many pennies you've got. Welcome, Shapes. Welcome. And it's a game of the hive mind can keep you safe, but only for so long. If enough people get it right, even if you personally get it wrong, then we go on. But the idea is eventually we will cause a purge, and at that point the players who got the question immediately preceding it incorrect will have to answer a question to fight for their lives in the game. If they get it wrong, they are eliminated from the game. This is one of those handy games where everybody has to answer every question. So even if you've been eliminated, even if you're not in a particular purge, answer every question. There is absolutely no advantage to abstaining on any question at any point in this game. So everybody answer every question. What's the issue, Jogging? Is it... as I say on the Diamond, on the famous game show of the Diamond, created by our great friend Topple One Gaming, who I should totally give a shout out to. Shout out Topple One Gaming, who created the Diamond, famous for answering every question. Do go give him a follow. Topper also does quiz related content Thursday nights, 8 PM British time. Go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. He's a good guy and makes some really high quality content and some fabulous original formats over there, as well as one or two recreated TV classic formats from time to time secreted in there. Do go give him a follow. Jogging, how are you doing? No, I see you're in now. Excellent. No problem. No problem at all. We've got 35 in. There is room for a few more. I want to get going in the next minute or two, so if anyone is sort of flagging in the wings, now is the time to grab your chair. You can join mid-game, but you will only be playing for the behind-the-scenes game. You won't be able to win the Purge. Lupine, you'll be delighted to hear, because I think it was your recommendation, I have implemented the bad ending now, which I don't are we good to go, Kodo? Excellent. Which I don't think has actually ever happened before, but the bad ending is where we potentially have no players going into the final. If we have only one player in the final, they win automatically and we forego the final questions. I hope that doesn't happen, because this is an excellent pack from Quizzle, so I hope we get to see as much of it as possible. But I have implemented that now. Can we put arbitrage on if we redeem micro pennies? I really wish, Prugs, that I could hook up to do it automatically, but it's done through a really not very great app. I'm open to the idea of micro pennies putting a message up on the scrolly thing. My concern with that is that I would have to manually type it in and set the colours and everything, which would disrupt the flow of the game if it's done. But in between games, that might be something I can introduce. But yeah, it's kind of fun, isn't it? And I've got my St. Patrick's Day hat. That was swag from my IRL pub quiz. It was one of the prizes that was given out. I think I need to put some batteries in my Infinity Stones as well. They seem to be running out of energy. Anyway, yeah, it's a cheap thing off Amazon. It was like 70 quid or something. So and the app is not very good. But there we go. Right, are you ready? There are 36 of you in waiting to play this game, which is very exciting. First time with the new software, first official time with the new software, and this pack comes to us courtesy of Quizzle 83. Excellent questions, and I hope you have fun. Play fair, do well. Let's play the Purge. There is the room code if you want to join at any time, and we are going to start, as we always do in this game, with a tiebreaker question. No, we're not. We're going to start with the instructions on how to play, if I've not already explained them. Answer TV's Quizzle 83. Answer the multiple choice questions. If the group fails to stay under the breakpoint, a purge is triggered, in which all incorrect and abstaining players must partake. If a player answers the purge question correctly, they rejoin the game. If not, they are eliminated. Play continues until 20 questions, as I said, it was a classic Purge format, have been answered. 5 purges have taken place, or 5 or fewer players remain, whichever occurs first, and the surviving players will move on to the final Purge. If we have a tie, if we have more than 5 players remaining, when one of those conditions is met, then the players who've answered the most questions correctly will go through, and if we still have a tie, then it is this tiebreak that will break it. Starting with a tiebreaker question then, this question will have a numerical value. You should only be able to type number answers onto your devices. You've got 20 seconds to do so. Here is the question. Since the first event was held in 1991, how many goals have been scored across all editions of the Women's FIFA World Cup? Answer as a whole number, that is the only thing you'll be able to do. If you do not give me an answer, you'll be given int.max value, which is bad. And there's time. Riff was the last answer I got there, 19.39 seconds. The correct answer was 1,081. 1,081 goals scored in total in the FIFA Women's World Cup. Let me glance down the answers, and so there's a couple of similar looking answers coming in terms of how it tells me how far away you were. 81 away, I think, is the best I can see. 2 players are 81 away, which is very interesting. So obviously players going for a nice round number of 1,000 there, which was a good plump. The answer is 1,081. So if that was you, and I'm not going to say who they were because such is the anonymity of the game, but that stands you in good stead if you do end up in a tiebreaker. 2 players for 1162. What are the odds? So the breakpoint has been set at 50%. 50% or more. Sorry, if more than 50% are wrong, so I think I've fixed that off by 1 bug, then we'll go to a purge. If not, we will continue. Let's see how you get on. 2 options for this first question, and they are 499, 999. Which of these numbers is a prime number? Note we have got 15 seconds on the clock now, so I've increased that time slightly from the original 10, because the question and the answers come in a little bit later than they did before without the Twitch chat. Fine. Member abstention will be treated as a wrong answer in this game, so you should always say something. The correct answer is 499. We're not going to find out who was right or wrong. You will be told on your own devices, and I can see in my log anyone who was wrong, but I'm not going to make that public knowledge at this point. 499, yes. 999 is divisible by 1, 3, 9, 27, 37, 111, 333, and 999. 499, however, is only divisible by itself and 1. It's going to make this column just a smidge smaller so I can see all my notes. How many players were wrong there? Start the meter. Just the one. Nobody abstained on that question. Just one player was wrong, so we avoid the purge. And you might have seen a little something that's going to happen. I have gotten rid of the numbers on the floor as requested. And you might have seen something start to happen with the camera there, but we'll see more of that a bit later on. We survive. We go on to the next question. We lower the breakpoint to 40%. Question 2. Options are... I know it's going to look fog. Let's hope so, Topper. Options are... left. Oh, I'm so glad that's come up that way. Right. On the dating app Tinder, in which direction should a user swipe to like a person's profile? Everyone's got an answer in. The correct answer is... yes, swipe right. Having used Tinder maybe 5 times in my life, because Tinder was all the rage in the sort of early to mid noughties, and I was in a relationship until 2013, and then again 2014 to 2015, and then I met Megs 2015. So there's been a couple of gaps where I have experimented with Tinder, but I would struggle with this question if it came up. But the correct answer is right. Not left. If you dislike, you swipe left. If you like, you swipe right. Let's see how many of you knew that one. Start meter. And we avoid it once again. A little bit more of a teaser of what's going on at that point. 3 of you going left, 33 of you going right, 92%. No players abstained on that one, so we move on. We lower the breakpoint again, now down to 30%. Well, let's take a look at question 3, and the options are... pounds in a stone, ounces in a pound. Which of these are there more of? Mark the first to get an answer in. Time. How are your imperial units? Hashtag not real measurements from top of there. The correct answer is, of course, ounces in a pound. There are 16 ounces in a pound and only 14 pounds in a stone. So the interesting thing about this game, because I've just got an operator component now, and my debug log just shows who says it wrong. I don't know what the percentages are until I press the magic button. I find out slightly before you. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. We have triggered a purge. 39% of you were incorrect there. It no longer says it on the strap, but it will say down there. Hang on. 39% were incorrect. Oh, 36% gave that answer, and 1 player abstained, which accounts for the other 3%. 61% got it right, so 22 players will avoid this purge question. But if you are one of the 13 who got it wrong, or the 1 player who abstained, you are going to have to answer this question in full, because you have triggered purge number 1. And you are... I need to spread out the timing of those thumps a little bit. AB Mead, Toppity Top Bop, Dark Purge, Meringue Boy, Prug, Stimpson's Angle, Fetz, Sirkey, Stilgar, Puzzle Dan, Silver Electron, Nando, Silent Marine, and Raspberry Floof. You are all in purge number 1. Everyone still answered the question because they're still worth pennies, but particularly those 13 players in the purge, you must give me a correct answer. Quietly pleased that I unintentionally got that wrong. Let's hope you can survive this purge, Prugs. Full correct answer is required here. If you get it wrong, you will be eliminated from the game. Good luck. 20 seconds. Here is the first purge question. Nick Carraway and Daisy Buchanan are characters in which F. Scott Fitzgerald novel? Time. The correct answer is The Great Gatsby. I would accept it without the leading article. Let's see how many of you got that one right and how many of you got that one wrong. Blue if you were right, red if you were wrong. Wrong answers. AB Me has gone for Gatsby. Quizzle's not here to bounce the idea off and I proved it. Go on. I'll let you have it this one, so if you beat Gatsby, since it is the first Purge question, the intention is there and I'm feeling a little bit generous. Blue, you're true. Red, you're dead. I like that. Dark Purge, no answer from you. Stimpson's Angle, Robinson Crusoe is not right. Cirky, no answer. And still got Catcher in the Rye. The one time I will reveal your answers because it no longer shows the speech bubbles, but I only get it in the log. But unfortunately, those ones I'm not going to allow. AB Me, you get through by the skin of your teeth, and if you went blue, then you survive and come back to the game. But unfortunately, Dark Purge, Stimpson's Angle, Cirky, and Stilgar, it's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. The breakpoint resets to 60%. Now, I know it says Purged 5, but only 4 players got eliminated. That's because Opsy has joined the game, and if you join late, you are automatically purged, which is why there is a discrepancy in the number there. Everyone else is back into the live game. The breakpoint is back to 60%, and we go on to the next question. Options are Little Mix, One Direction. Which of these bands won their series of The X Factor? Remember, if you have been eliminated or you arrived late, still answer because pennies are available. And pennies can mean prizes. There is time. Correct answer was Little Mix. They won with, I think, Talisa as their coach. One Direction were being coached by, I think, Simon Cowell at the time, but they came third to Matt Cardle, who won it, and Rebecca Ferguson, who came second in the 7th series of the show, and Little Mix won the following series, Series 8. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. We avoid a purge. 16% were incorrect. There were no abstentions there. 84%, 27 players getting it right. Very well played. We go on. We lower the breakpoint to 50%. And we take a look at the next question. Options are New Zealand, Australia. Which of these countries has won the men's ICC Cricket World Cup? Time. Sorry, this ear won't pop at the moment. It's very annoying. Correct answer. It's Australia. They won the World Cup 5 times in 87, 99, 03, 07 and 2015. New Zealand had been runners-up twice, to Australia in 2015 and to England in 2019. Australia's the right answer. How many of you knew that? Let's find out. Start the meter. That cut in that material is very telling. Oh, hello. Whoa, we've triggered Purge number 2. 53% of you were wrong there. Went for New Zealand, 17, 47% going for Australia. There were no abstentions. And the breakpoint was only 50%. So you have pushed through it. If you got that one wrong, I am afraid, yeah, very close to the cursed ratio. If you got that one wrong, I'm afraid you are going into Purge number 2. Danger Dimples. I think it's when people submit their answers. Yeah, it does sound a bit fireworky, doesn't it? Let's find out who was wrong on that. Welcome to the stream, Danger. One of the 13 who got that one wrong. There's more fireworks. Toppity Top Bot, Mantissa, 8 Purge, Minky, Monster, Ralph, Jerry Aris, Kegler, Pyro, Shadowmaze, Zeus, Puzzle Dan, Lucario, Sandpaper Scissors, Captain Pissnuts, who I imagine is Oni. Yeah. Silent Marine, Flyboy, and BC, you are in this Purge question. You must give me a correct answer to this. 20 seconds. Good luck. Here is your Purge question. In an alphabetical list of signs of the Western Zodiac, which one comes last? 10 seconds. And that's time. The correct answer is my star sign. It's Virgo. All the players saying Sagittarius and Taurus. I'm afraid you forgot the V. Oh, and there's the spoilers in the chat. Let's find out who was wrong. I think we can name 2 of them. Red if you're wrong. Toppity Top Bot going Sagittarius. No answer from Mantissa. Jerry for Taurus. Kegler, Pyro, no answer. Puzzle Dan and Captain Pissnuts and Silent Marine all for Taurus and Flyboy for Sagittarius. I'm afraid it's a wrong answer at the wrong time. Very well done to those who've gone blue and got it right. That looks like Lupine, Shadowmane, Ape, BC, Monster? Is that Monster down there? Yes, Monster, Lucario, Zeus, and Sandpaper Scissors all getting that one right and returning to the main pack. But unfortunately for Topper, Mantissa, Jerry, Kegler, Pyro, Puzzle Dang, Captain Pissnuts, Silent Marine and Flyboy, I'm afraid it's a wrong answer at the wrong time. And you've been purged. 14 players have now been purged, 23 remain. Breakpoint resets again, now back up to 70%. Good chunk of space available, and for the first time we are going to increase the options. There are now 3 options per question. Here is the next one. Options are Bad Bunny, Dreadful Doggy, Miserable Moggy. The Puerto Rican rapper and singer born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio is better known by what stage name? That's time. Remember, answer every question, even if you have been eliminated. Pennies are still available. Correct answer? That'd be Bad Bunny. I have no notes for you. There's the breakpoint. It is currently set at 70%. Let's see how many of you got it wrong. Let's start the meter. 1 going for Dreadful Doggy. No abstentions there, just the 4% incorrect. Well done to the 22 who got it right. We move on to the next question. We lower the breakpoint to 60%. And here's your next question with 3 options. They are whales, walruses, seals. Which animals form the chief diet of the polar bear? Time. It's seals. We'll have to see a polar bear try and eat a whale. Bloody hell. How many were wrong? Start the meter. That's one I could tell. 100% of the players remaining in the game, all 23, gave me the right answer, as did everyone in the behind the scenes game as well, getting pennies. You get 25 pennies for every correct answer you get. Nice to see a sea of green. Let's go back to the game, and we lower the breakpoint back to that fated 50%. It triggered a purge last time. Let's see if we can get through this one. Next question, options are Jessica Biel, Jessica Chastain, Jessica Alba. In 2012, Justin Timberlake married which actress? Time. Correct answer. Jessica Biel, apparently. I would have thought Jessica Alba, personally. I'm just going to double check this, because I proved it earlier on. Justin Timberlake. Very famous. Spouse, Jessica Biel, married in 2012. Jessica Biel, most famous for, perhaps, Hitchcock, Total Recall, I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry, Valentine's Day, Blade Trinity, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2003 version. But very much married to Justin Timberlake. How many of you were wrong? We're at that fated breakpoint of 50%. Ian's daughter from EastEnders. Let's find out. Start the meter. I need to put something on that wall when the shelf looks all going. Hello, hello. We have triggered Purge number 3. Goodness me, only 9 players getting that one right. 39%, 22% going for Jessica Chastain. 39% of players, the joint plurality odds are thinking like I did. 9 players going for Jessica Alba, but there were no abstentions on that question. So I'm afraid if you got that one wrong, you are going into Purge number 3. Let's find out who you are. Clive, Meringue Boy, Prugs, Fetch, Riff, Ralph, Shadowmane, Cola, Sand, Paper, Scissors, Silver Electron, Shapes, Raspberry Floof, Clagging, and BC 2014. Full answer required at this time if you want to stay in the game. If you are not in this purge or you've already been eliminated, answer anyway because it's still worth pennies. Good luck. Here is the next purge question. Brendan Fraser won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in which 2022 film? Time. A couple of answers didn't come in there. You will be eliminated as a matter of course. Fuck, what's the name? The name is The Whale. The Whale. Yeah, Mark Kermo didn't like it. The Critical Drinker did. They're the 2 film critics I tend to listen to. Mark Kermode on Kermode and Mayo's Take, and the Critical Drinker YouTube channel, who has some sus opinions on certain other things that I think are perhaps not good, but he is also a good film critic. So it's very interesting when 2 film critics I respect most in the industry have a differing opinion. I've still not seen it myself. I will get around to it and I'll report back. Not a cat, welcome to the stream. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Blue and you're good. No, blue and you're true. Red and you're dead. Meringue Boy, Banshees of Inisherin. That was the Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson one. Prue's going for The Mummy. Riff, Sad, Ralph Whiplash. Shadowmane, I don't remember this one. Rip, Colo O'Quizzle, and no answer from Silver Electron and Raspberry Floof. I'm afraid there's nothing for me to condone there. So for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. Meringue Boy, Prugs, Riff, Ralph, Shadowmane, Colo, Silver Electron, and Raspberry Floof. It's a wrong answer at the wrong time. Well done to everyone who's gone blue. You join in, back in with the game. But for you 8, I'm afraid you have been purged. 15 players remain. The breakpoint is down back up to 80%. 22 of you have been purged. 15 still in live play and live here in the Buzz Off Dark Studio here in Sussex. Studio Theatre. The Buzz Off Studio Theatre. That's what it's called now. Doesn't matter what game we're playing. This is the Buzz Off Studio Theatre if I use this asset. So there we go. 15 of you remain in the Buzz Off Studio Theatre. Lorem, welcome to the lobby. You'll need to verify your app if you want to continue. I'll give you a second just to do that. You'll need to type a little code into the chat. And then you'll get the next question when I load it. There you go. So you'll now get the next question when you load it. You get 25 pennies for every question you get right. Welcome to the game. And 15 players remain. Here is the next question. Options are Andorra, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg. Which of these countries shares land borders with 3 others as opposed to just 2? Oh, come on here, pop. It's time. All 15 in our live game managed to get an answer in. And the correct answer was Luxembourg borders France, Germany and Belgium. Liechtenstein with just Switzerland and Austria, and Andorra with just Spain and France. How many of you got that one wrong? Pretty high break point. 70% is it? 80%? I can't remember. Did I debug it? I didn't. Hopefully you can remember. We'll find out. Start the meter. It's 80% is the break point. That's very scary when that zoom in. I really like it. It's the first time we've seen it. I really like it. Looks like it's much closer than it is, but actually, yeah, it's just 53% getting that wrong. 2 going for Andorra, 6 for Liechtenstein. No abstentions there, so there's your 53%. 47% getting Luxembourg. Very well done. But yeah, it does look very close there. Oh, Dark Purge has joined the game. I thought I'd fix that bug, but I guess I haven't. Because you still get a chair with a name on it. That's if you refresh your account. I'll just have to roll over it to make it disappear. You were sat next to Mark. Unfortunately, you've been purged. Let's go on. Breakpoint is lowered. 70%. 15 of you still remain. Let's take a look at the next question. Options are Calvin Coolidge, Woodrow Wilson, Herbert Hoover. Who was president of the USA 100 years ago today? Time. Tricky one. I have it on good authority that as long as this game is played before March the 4th, 2029, this question will still be accurate, and we are within that boundary. And the answer is Calvin Coolidge. Served from August 2nd, 1923 to March the 4th, 1929. Herbert Hoover followed from March 4th, 1929 to March the 4th, 1933. And Woodrow Wilson was a little earlier, of course, the First World War president, March 4th, 1913 to March the 4th, 1921. Oh, is that you? Are you Dark Purge, G. Eisens, testing out the Mac app? No, please do. Please test that. G. Eisens is... Oh, fuck. G. Eisens is working on the Mac version of the app, the Mac build. I've built it. I don't have a Mac really to test it on. I've got my very, very old MacBook Pro. So G. Eisens is doing some work to make it a bit more accessible and easier for players who do want to play on a standalone app on Mac. It does mean every time I update it, G. Eisens is going to have to do the stuff he's doing to it now. But we're enormously grateful. So thank you, G. Eisens, for your efforts on that. Calvin Coolidge was the answer. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Breakpoint is 70%. We avoid a purge. 47% were right. And, sorry, 47% were incorrect. Why have I debugged that in green? That seems a really stupid thing to do. 47% were incorrect. 53% getting it right. 8 going for Calvin Coolidge, 4 for Woodrow Wilson, 3 for Herbert Hoover, and again, no abstentions on that question. We lower the breakpoint, 60%, and we go on. Options are... Thank you, Animaniacs. Einstein. Newton, 4 options now. Galileo. Edison. In the 1985 film Back to the Future, what is the name of Doc Brown's dog? 4 options from this point onwards. Time. I feel like this has come up fairly recently, possibly in the Purge, possibly in something related. I think it was a Purge question previously. The answer is Einstein. The Doc Brown of 1955 owned a dog named Copernicus, but the Doc Brown in Back to the Future owned a dog named Einstein. It was one of Prue's Purge questions. There we go. Yes, I remember we talked about it because I said, I've never seen Back to the Future, so I wouldn't know that necessarily. Yeah, I've still never seen Back to the Future. How about that? Einstein was the answer. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Not many. Just 13% getting it wrong. 1 going for Newton, 1 for Galileo, everyone else for Einstein. Again, no abstentions on that question from our live players, and we go on. Breakpoint lowered back to that fateful 50%. Has triggered 2 out of 3 of the purges so far at 50%. Let's see if it's going to invoke a third. Next question. 4 options, and they are Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. The Sistine Madonna and the School of Athens are works by which Renaissance painter? I can't do the maths on the debugs that have come in on that. Correct answer is Raphael. I have no more notes on that, but they are the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cowabunga indeed, Mark. And Mantiso, welcome to the stream. Copernicus is the other dog, yes. Welcome on in. Breakpoint's 50%. This has triggered 2 purges so far. We've only got 2 more purges potentially to get through. How many of you... Oh, 2. Yes, there you are. Toot's obviously just refreshing his account. Welcome back. I don't know if you had a crash there or something, but I hope you're still okay. Raphael, what's the answer? How many were wrong? Start the meter. Ah, your internet died. I need to fix that shader because that scene is very painful. Hello. Woohoo! Oh, that's so exciting. And I didn't know that until I pressed the button. 47% were wrong. Raphael, 8 players going for Raphael, 4 for Michelangelo, 1 for Leonardo, 1 for Donatello, 7, 7 and 27. Yes, Raspberry Floof, you can get your name to appear and then I can make it disappear again. I really must fix that. Monster, I'm getting saved by everyone else because I didn't know that yet. Well, that's the nature of the game. Yeah, Michelangelo famously did the Sistine Chapel. He did other things as well. 50% curse is over. Slither, 3% left. But we do go on to the next question. We lower the breakpoint to 40%. Still got 15 live players. And let's take a look at the options. They are Ratchet and Clank, Banjo-Kazooie, Rayman, Kirby. Grand Minimus is a character in which video game franchise? Time. I recognise a lot of these names. I've only played one of the games, and it's the one that's the correct answer. Rayman is what we're after there. The breakpoint is 40%. Shadow's played all 4 of those. Did you know it, Shadowbane? I can look at the log and tell you that you did know it. You did get the correct answer there of Rayman, Shadowbane. Process of elimination. Well played. Did our studio audience get that? 15 players remain. The answer was Rayman. How many were wrong? Breakpoint's 40%. Start the meter. Yeah, we've triggered it, not by much, but we have. The Purge has been triggered. 53% were wrong. The breakpoint was 47% going for Rayman. Well done, you 7. You won't have to face this Purge question, and it means we will not be going to the final after this no matter what. But 2 going for Kirby, 5 for Ratchet and Clank, and 1 for Banjo-Kazooie. All incorrect answers, and I'm afraid for you 8 players, you're going to have to face a Purge question. Me, Clive, a Purge Minky, Mr. Vertigo, Toot, Mark, Shapes, and Clagging. Everyone can answer this question all the same, whether you've been eliminated or even if you're not in the Purge, you can answer it all the same. But for you 8, you must give me a correct answer or you will be eliminated from the game. Good luck to you all. Here is the next Purge question. Chile and which other South American country do not share a border with Brazil? Answers from everyone by the looks of it. The correct answer was Ecuador. Ecuador does not share a border with Brazil, neither does Chile, but apparently all the rest do. Peru separates them. Mark is giving us some extra trivia in chat. Thank you, Mark. Let's find out how many were right, how many were wrong. Ooh, 3 wrong answers there. Me, Clive, and Mr. Vertigo. And there's nothing for me to condone there, I'm afraid. Guyana, Peru, and Venezuela are all wrong answers. They do all share a border with Brazil. Well done to Ape, Shapes, Mark, Jogging, Toot, getting back into the main game. But unfortunately, Clive, Me, and Mr. Vertigo, it's a wrong answer at the wrong time. Thank you for playing, but you've been purged. We reset the breakpoint up to the maximum it can be in this game, 90%, and 12 players remain. We've got potentially 1 more Purge question before we trigger the final. We've still got more than 5, so we're fine on that front. We've potentially got 7 more questions in the main game. before the final purge is triggered automatically. So, way to go. Good luck to all 12 remaining players. Here is the next question. Options are Iraq, Oman, Bahrain, Yemen. The coffee variety mocha derives its name from a port city in what country? Time. It's Yemen. The city is actually called Mocha, spelled M-O-K-H-A. Mocha in Yemen. That's a pretty high breakpoint, but we have seen it triggered in the past. With only 12 players in the game, it means at least 2 of you need to get it right in order to avoid it. How many were wrong? Start the meter. 50%, there's that cursed ratio again. 6 of you going for Yemen, 2 each for Iraq, Oman and Bahrain. Very well done, you have avoided a purge. We go on. We lower the breakpoint, 80%. And we look at the next question, and the options are tellurium, thorium, thallium, thulium. TM is the symbol for what chemical element? All eyes on Samson. Not the first to get an answer, I have to say. But all eyes on our chemistry teacher here. The correct answer was thulium. Tellurium is TE, thallium is TL, and thorium is TH. Thulium is TM. Well done if you got that. 80% is the breakpoint. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Okay, all 12 of you were right. I got a lot of red in my debug, but I guess that's behind the scenes game and lobby game players. Yeah, all of our live players got it right. We go on. Breakpoint lowers once again to 70%. We are going to increase the number of options per question. They're up to 5. Bear in mind, the layout on your devices won't necessarily correlate with the layout on the lower third here. So just bear that in mind. Make sure you read and double check before you press an answer. Options are Nadine, Kimberly, Cheryl, Nicola, Sarah. What a great question. Which of these is a city in South Africa's Northern Cape province famed for its diamond mining? Time. What a great question. You may or may not spot the answers are all members of the girl group Girls Aloud. Nadine, Kimberly, Cheryl, Nicola and Sarah. The late Sarah, I think Sarah's the one who died fairly recently. But yes, they're all members of Girls Aloud. Danger, that's not where I expected the question to go. That's very much the name of the game when the answers come up first. You can have a lot of fun with that. The correct answer was Kimberly. No more notes for you on that, but the breakpoint is 80%. 70%? 70%. How many of you were wrong? I need to debug that. Debug the breakbooks. I have to scroll up. See, it was 80% last time, so it's 70% now. I should be able to work it out, but now it's not on the broadcast screen anymore. I have to work it out from the bar. Start the meter. Avoided it. 33% incorrect, no abstentions there. 67% go for Kimberly, 2 for Nadine, 2 for Nicola. Cheryl and Sarah were avoided, and you have avoided the 5th purge. Well played. We'll lower the breakpoint once again down to 60%. 4 questions left in the main game. Let's take a look at the next one. Options are Stan Smith, Bob Belcher, Hank Hill, Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson, thank you for the follow. Fluffy Bun Esquire, which of these fathers from a TV cartoon series has the most sons? That noise, the Purge follow noise in the middle of the Purge is early Purge activated or avoided. Time. Of course, the follow noise is the Purge short sting, which is the noise for Purge has been avoided. So that slightly caught me off guard. But thank you very much, Fluffy Bun Esquire, for that follow. Hope you're enjoying the game. You can join in if you want to go and join with the room code and on the app right there at the top of the screen. So, which of these fathers from a TV cartoon series has the most sons? Stan Smith, Bob Belcher, Hank Hill, Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson. Correct answer is Peter Griffin from Family Guy. He's got 3 children, Meg and 2 sons, Chris and Stewie. Most sons we're after, not most children. He's got 2 sons, Chris and Stewie. Homer Simpson from The Simpsons has got 3 children, Maggie and Lisa, but only 1 son in the shape of Bart. Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers has 3 children, Louise, Tina, and 1 son, Gene. Hank Hill from King of the Hill has only 1 child, a son called Bobby. And Stan Smith from American Dad has 2 children, Haley, and a son named Steve. So they've all got 1, apart from Peter Griffin, who's got 2, Chris and Stewie. Yeah, it is a good question, because it makes you sort of, when you think children is one thing, but then sons, you have to go an extra layer deep into the thinking of it. But the answer was Peter Griffin. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Breakpoint is 60%. You forgot about Stewie. Ooh, you forgot about me. You're a poor fellow. I can't really do a good Stewie. Hello. Oh! And the spin. The spin of relief. There's that cursed ratio again. 50%, 6 of you getting it right. 3 going for Hank Hill, 1 for Bob, and 2 for Stan Smith there. But you have avoided that Purge. And we are going to drop to the cursed ratio of 50%, the cursed percentage. 3 potential questions left in our main game. Here is the next question, 5 options, and they are: Christian Lacroix, possibly Lacrosse, Christian Dior, Pierre Cardin, Yves Saint Laurent, Coco Chanel. Which French fashion designer introduced the A-line skirt in their 1955 collection? Fluffy Bunny, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the kind words. This is a game called The Purge. It's an original format by me, currently in its 2nd iteration of software. It's a sort of hive mind game, I suppose. A lot of original format games that we play here. You're very welcome to be here. And if you want to hang out some more or have a chat, do come and join the Discord. Great to have you with us. Which French fashion designer introduced the A-line skirt in their 1955 collection? Christian Lacroix, Christian Dior, Pierre Cardin, Yves Saint Laurent, or Coco Chanel? The correct answer is Christian Dior. Now the breakpoint is back at that cursed percentage of 50%. There are 12 players left in live play. The Hive is the Hive mind game, but the Hive only comes out at special occasions. It's like once a season now, because apparently I'm the only person in the world who likes it. And everyone else is wrong, and I'm fine with that. Christian Dior. This is the original Hive mind game though, Lupine. Christian Dior is the answer. How many of you are wrong? Start the meter. Who follows fashion? Not me. I'm really following it. It's 1955. We're getting close. We tripped into it. 67% were incorrect. Just 4 players going for Christian Dior, and that is going to trigger the 5th Purge. If everyone is wrong on this Purge question, we will have 4 players in the final. If any of them survive, or if more than one survives, then we'll go to a tie break. If exactly one survives, then we've got 5 players left. No one going for Christian Lacroix, 5 for Coco Chanel, 2 for Yves Saint Laurent, and 1 for Pierre Cardin. I have no more notes to give you other than to tell you it is Christian Dior. 4 players are going to be recused from this Purge. And they are Mark, Samster, Zeus, and Toot. For everyone else, Purge Minky, Fetz, Monster, Lucario, Nando, Shapes, Clagging, and BC. It is the 5th Purge question for you. You've gone a long way since we've had the last one. Let's see what you can do with this. Very best of luck. Correct answer is required in order to get back to the game and have a chance of getting to the final purge. Good luck. Here's the question. What English term corresponds to Virelangue in French and Zuckenbrecher in German? Time. The correct answer is a tongue twister. I have a sieve of thistles and a sieve of unsifted. I'm a thistle sifter. I have a sieve of sifted thistles and a sieve of unsifted thistles because I'm a thistle sifter. Fucking hell, that's really hard. And Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. That was easy because it's all plosives. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. That was the seat Schmidt sat in when he was shot. The thistle sifter for me is always the hardest because it's all THs and S's, which are very, very difficult. Tongue twister is what we're after. Let's take a look who was right, who was wrong. Lucario and Nando, you get to rejoin the pack. 8 Minky's gone for Spock. Monster, I don't know. Shapes lip reading, we can't allow that. Clagging swear word. BC multilingual. Fetz has gone for tongue tied. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to allow it. Virelangue on Wikipedia. Tongue twister. I'm just going to see what happens if I plug it into the translator. I think you might be out of luck here, but I will double check. Tongue-tied in French. Langue attaché. There's anyone who speaks French better than me. Make yourself known. Zungenbrecher is the German. Zum Schweigen gebracht is what tongue-tied is given me on the translate there. And Zunge gebunden. So the Zunge is correct, but the gebunden is the closest you get. Zungenbrecher isn't going to work, so I'm afraid Fet, it's close, but I don't think I can allow it unless someone is telling me elsewhere. See above. Oh, it's not the same. Okay, fine. Well, I want to do things, I want to do things properly. Fets, for you. Please just get tongue out of it. Yeah, it's a good effort, 50% there, but at this point in the game, I'm afraid we can't allow it. Nando and Lucario, you get to rejoin Mark, Toot, Zeus, and Samson. One of you is going to be very sad because we've only got room for 5 in the final. Unfortunately, Ape, Fet, Monster, Shapes, Clagging, and BC. Good effort to get to this point, but it's a wrong answer at the wrong time. And you have been purged. New sound effect, hopefully. By request, it is time for the final purge because one of those criteria has been met. Either 5 purges. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, please don't do that again. Every time the final purge is triggered. Because one of those criteria has been met, either 20 questions, 5 or fewer players, or 5 purge questions have been asked. In this case, it's the latter. We have had 5 purge questions. We've only had 18 of our main game, so Quizzle, those 2 other questions can be saved for another day. And unfortunately, we have got 6 players. Which means we are going to come down to how many you got right before we go to the final purge. And I'm going to get another glass of wine before we do that. Let's take a look and see what the scores are. It's Nando who is going to be leaving us. Mark has got 17. Sam and Lucario on 16. Zeus on 15. Toot on 14. And Nando on 12. So I'm afraid out of the 18 questions we've answered, Nando, you've answered the fewest correctly. You're going to white too. Good plan. Good plan. Out of those 6 players, actually, Nando, I have to say you were closest on the tiebreaker. But we delineate by number of questions correct first, and unfortunately only 12 for you. Mark, 17 out of 18 is a very commendable performance. Samster and Lucario are next. Samster taking a slight advantage over Lucario. Samster's tiebreaker 831, Lucario's 882. Then Zeus on 15 out of 18, and finally to 14 out of 18. You are going to be our 5 finalists, and it's going to be Nando who is going to be eliminated at this point. Those are the questions correct and the purges you have survived. We order by purges survive first and then questions correct, even though they're ordered the other way around. So our finalists are at the top of the leaderboard, and then it goes by questions correct. Let's have a quick glance through there. Clagging, though, got purged on that question, was the highest. Sorry, I beg your pardon. BC, the highest survivor of the previous purge, 13. Highest question count of the previous survivors, 13 in 4 purges. Clive and Mr. Vertigo and AB Me and Silver Electron and Meringue Boy and Colo. A lot of players getting 10, but Clive, Mr. Vertigo and AB Me surviving 3 purges. Silver Electron, Meringue Boy, Riff, Shadowmane all getting 10 from 2 purges. And then down to the 1 purge survivors, Captain down on 30. Yes, it truncates because of reasons and consistency. Captain Flyboy 13 from just 1 purge. Opsy getting the most. I think Opsy came in late, getting 11 out of 18, but not surviving any purges because they joined late. But I don't know what it is. Captain Pissnuts, there we go. I have to look at my log for that. So that's the leaderboard at this point, and then it falls down. I'm going to get some more wine before we go to this very exciting final. Nando, I'm afraid you have been purged, but we have got 5 finalists: Mark, Samster, Lucario, Zeus, and 2. If there was ever a stacked final that you want to stick around to watch, it's this one. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the third and final part of this evening's game night. Yeah, spontaneous commercial break because my god it raises tension, and also I needed more wine. Give everyone a chance to go and refill glasses, stretch legs, go to the loo before this epic final. Thank you, Solid. I'm spending too much time working at TV, evidently. So during the break, I checked the database for the Twitch commercials. Also, if anyone is joining late, they might get sort of pre-roll. So if I do an ad break there, no one misses anything and everyone can watch the finale. All 5 of these players have won before. Toot has won 5, Samps has won 3, Mark has won 2, Lucaria and Zeus have won 1 each. So, we are not going to have a new winner in our Hall of Champions tonight. But if this is one of the big 3, my god in heaven, this is a stacked final, and written by Quizzle, no less, who is an absolute master of question writing. And I do hope that, Quizzle, I've not seen you tonight, but I do hope you get to catch up on this on the VOD, because my goodness gracious me, this is an epic final. As before, everyone can still answer. Everyone in the live game and everyone who has been eliminated can still answer the questions to earn pennies per questions. Because all 5 of you have played before, I don't need to explain the rules, but I will give a very quick overview for those who perhaps haven't seen this before. How this works: the players will be shown half a question. Mark will decide who goes first or last, and then we'll go left to right in reading order, or right to left, depending on what Mark decides. In turn, the player who is in control, which if Mark chooses to go first will be him, if he chooses to go last it will be Toot, will be shown half a question. Based on half a question, they have to choose whether to play or to pass. If they're going to pass, they get to pick who they pass it to, so they can maybe determine are there any weak spots amongst their rivals they could pass it to make it more difficult for them. If they pass and that player is wrong, that player is eliminated. If they play and they get it right, then they get to choose somebody else to eliminate. However, if they play and get it wrong, or they pass and the person they pass who gets it right, then they are eliminated. They are only shown half a question, and they have to make the decision based on that question. After they've made the decision, they are shown the whole question and are given 20 seconds to answer. It's a very spicy final, and it can be very varied, and on more than one occasion we have seen players win without answering a single question. I'm not going to explain. I said I'm going to give a brief overview for those who perhaps haven't seen before, only because I know we've got a number of people in the audience tonight who are first time viewers, and it would be rude not to give them at least a brief overview. I appreciate you calling me out on my saying I'm not going to do the thing and then doing the thing. So yes, the old Luigi strat can work in this game. Brief equals not brief. Yeah, give me a break. I'm building tension. Come on. I've got 50 people watching, and we've got a stacked final written by Quizzle in the Purge on the new software. Come on. Tension building. You know this. Right. So, E equals E. Thank you for reminding me, Arden. That's our raid message. Mark, you were leading the main game. He's not wasting any time. Mark is going to play first. Okay. So we'll go Mark, Samster, Lucaria, Zeus, Toot. If a player is eliminated along the way, we'll simply skip over them. If we run out, we will loop back to the start. Mark, half a question. Decide whether you want to play or pass. Do I need to press the button again? I guess I do. Which English Premier League football team... play or pass? It's been passed to Zeus. Okay. Incidentally, players, 2 things. You'll get a soft countdown on your end for whether you're playing or passing. That doesn't do anything if it expires, it's just there to sort of prompt you. Also, the layout of the players on the screen may be different from the layout on your devices. So double check who you are passing to or whether you're pressing play before you press the button, because I can't undo it once you've committed your answer. Okay. In this instance though, the question has been passed to Zeus. That question in full, Zeus. Which English Premier League football team shares its name with the daughter of Bill and Hillary Clinton? Everyone can still answer, which is why the time runs in full, even though Zeus is locked in. And there is time. I'm not seeing an answer from Mark on this one. Did you know this one, Mark? Because you didn't answer. Because remember, you can still answer even if you've passed. Zeus did give us an answer. And he gave us the answer of Chelsea, which is the correct answer. Zeus, you've gone green, and Mark, you've gone red. That was a bad pass. I bet you're wishing you had played that one. The question went in a different direction because I feel sure that's one you would have known. Remember, even if you pass the question, you can still answer it. But unfortunately, Mark, that was a bad pass. Zeus has got it right. And Mark, master of football B. Mark, you've been purged. And we're down to 4 live players. Mark goes. It's the very special honour of getting the grayscale shader. We move to sandpaper scissor next. Based on half a question, Sam, choose whether to play or pass. Oh, the room code toot is KMLC. KMLC is what you'll need. There you go, you're back in. Hopefully you will get the question. If you don't get the question when the next one comes down, let me know. Samster, half a question, play or pass. Which US painter? You're going to play, okay? So if Sam gets this one right, he gets to choose either Lucario, Zeus, or Toot to eliminate. Good luck, Sam. Here's that question in full. Which US painter, along with an expletive, forms the title of a 2019 album by Lana Del Rey? Sam locking in, and right quick. And there's time for everyone else. The correct answer, Norman Rockwell. Sam going the extra mile by giving us the expletive, which wasn't condonable as wasn't one of the acceptable answers, but you have got the salient information, and you're quite right. The album is called Norman fucking Rockwell. So Sam, I will click your avatar, and you'll go green, and it should say your answer has been condoned. So now, big choice for Sam. So he's got it right. Mark's already gone. Lucario, Zeus, or Toot? Toot's won 5. Zeus and Lucario have each won 1. I know you know these guys very, very well. And you've got to press a button now, Sam. Who's going home? You can't purge yourself anymore. I got rid of that. Oh, he's having a think. He's having a think. He's building the tension. Who's it going to be? Go to the ad break. So he's just fucking hell, Oni. On November the 11th of all days, you're going to say that. Wow. It's Toot. Toot has been chosen for the chop. Oh, that I'm not going to lie, that must have been a tough choice. Glad I reconnected. So wait, you can still answer in the behind the scenes game. Toot, you're not going to make it 6 tonight, I'm afraid. Samster has chosen you to be purged. Thrifters arguing again. The thing about this, I no longer need to select the player. I love it. It just all works. One button press for the whole game. Sam's answered the question right, but we're going to go on to Lucario. Based on half a question, are you going to play or pass? Here is that half a question. Which Greek goddess? You're going to play this one. Okay? Best of luck to you, Lucario. Here is that question in full 20 seconds for everyone else playing behind the scenes. Which Greek goddess gives her name to a flightless bird, also known as the South American ostrich? Lucario's in. And there's time. The correct answer is the Ray, or possibly the Rhea. I'm not quite sure of the pronunciation because I know the actress in Better Call Saul is Ray Seahorn, but I have a feeling it might be pronounced Rhea for the bird. The Ripley, as Oni is saying. Is it Rhea? I think it's Rhea. Either way, Lucario has got it bang on. Now, Lucario, you've got to choose to eliminate either Sam or Zeus. I will warn you now, whichever one you eliminate, the other one will have control of the next question to either play or pass back to you. Precisely 2 people will get that. I am one of those people. The Ripley. I am not the other one. Lucario, who's going home? Is it Zeus or is it Sam? Please choose a player to purge. The pressure. 2 buttons. And he's gone for Zeus! Zeus! You managed to avoid answering a question, but unfortunately you have been purged before you get the opportunity to be in control. Okay, with OC favoritism. Because yes, Lucario and Samson are both on the current series of Only Connect, which I can't say any more about because obviously I work for the company that makes a game, and I was in the studio for at least one of those players' first games. I'm not going to say any more on the subject, although I will say that Lucario and Samson aren't on the same team. But Huds, hello my dude. Welcome to the stream, just in time for the most epic endgame of the Purge we've ever seen. Zeus, you've been chosen for the chop. Lucario, that was a good answer, and Zeus, you have been purged. If I focus on the right window. And then there were 2. Sam going for his 4th, Lucario going for his 2nd, and Sam, you are in control. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's cool, lads. It can do different things, but it just, for now, it just shows the ticker of what's on tonight. No finish line, love. I wonder what's going on in voice chat right now. Sam, you've got control of another question, and you get to decide whether to play or pass once again. Half a question for you, Sam. What is the only capital city? I thought you might. Sam, you're choosing to play this question for your, I think, 4th Purge victory to deprive Lucario of his 2nd. Here is that question in full. What is the only capital city whose name appears in the title of a Best Picture Oscar-winning film? The only capital city. Need an answer, Sam? In the nick of time. I can tell you that Lucario gave an answer in 8.78 seconds, and Lucario was correct. The correct answer and your answer were Tokyo. I don't know. Whoops. It's Paris. It's 1951's An American in Paris. 1951's An American in Paris. There are only 3 Best Picture Oscar-winning films with cities in their title. Fun fact for you, which I was very pleased to regurgitate to Quizzle earlier on. Chicago is one, 2001, I think. Casablanca is another, 1947, maybe. And An American in Paris, the only one of the 3 that is a capital city. Oh, Sam. It's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and I'm afraid you've been purged. We started with about 34 or 35. We've had some other players join subsequently. 37 players have been purged, and only 1 is left standing, taking his 2nd victory ever in the Purge after an epic final from a monumental pack from Quizzle. Congratulations, Lucario. You have survived the Purge. As we come back down to earth, as is tradition at the end of this game, the lights come back on, and Lucario, you have survived the Purge. Great game. Wasn't Luigi strat, you had to answer some questions there. Flyboy, welcome to the stream. First time chatter. I feel like I've seen you around before. I don't know if that's a new account possibly, but welcome on in all the same. And Lucario, you get your name up in lights and you get that medal on the leaderboard, which incidentally, if anybody wants to go and check out their pennies or their medal cabinet, that's where you go and do it. PersephoneShare.com/pennies. If you want to check your penny count, it's !pennies into the chat. Oh, I've got 1,004 pennies this season. Nice. Any from Cryptex, probably. Let's see how everyone else got on in the behind-the-scenes game. That is the final score. Sandpap, nice. So in the final, it counts each question as a purge question. Since someone is purged on each question, it just means that Lucario, the winner, or the ultimate winner, gets to appear first on the leaderboard. Because obviously orders by Purge survive first. 25, 23, 21, 18, 23. Anyone besting a 25? Because 25, that's pretty high. 18 and then 5 in the final. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Plus Purge questions as well. You get to answer those too. I think, Lucario, you've bested everybody there. 25. So a well-deserved win. So having 10 Purges and finishing on 25 questions out of, I think, 28 total that were asked. Is there 33 in this game? I want to say 33. Maybe there's 30. No, it's Bidding War, there's 33. I forget. Anyway, those are the final scores, and whatever, you should have a readout on your app now how many pennies you've won. So if you've been playing along with the app will have hopefully told you how many pennies that you've earned this game. Hopefully. Tell me if not, because if not, that's a bug I need to fix. Well, the software held up, and thank you enormously to Quizzle for a delightful pack. Really, really good pack. And I have to say, I'm really happy with this new software. It's just got so much more flexibility, and it means I can run the whole thing off one button. Can we have some more tension? There's not enough tension there. I feel like there was probably enough tension. But Lucario, very well done. Quiz of the Week nominations flying in left, right, and centre. Quite right. Look, we're going to play an end of stream game just to wind things down at the end of the night where I find a raid target and I do the continuity at the end. Probably Spacey 4 game, maybe do a game or two of that. Might do the Crystal Dome, maybe we could rack out the Crystal Dome. Haven't done that for a while. Maybe we could do one of each, we'll see. But I'll pop that camera on as and when we get there, just to wrap the night up before I do the continuity. Thanks to all the new followers, to everyone who's come and joined us for the first time tonight. It's lovely to see you. The pennies from this game won't be credited until... One does not simply do one Spacey 4 game, that's true. Pennies from this game won't be credited till I roll the credits, which I will do in just a minute. But thank you for joining me. Thank you especially to Quizzle for a lovely pack, and very many congratulations to Lucario. You have survived the Purge. Well done to Lucario. Bridges music, dramatic, yeah, dramatic music, very much so. I like that game with the Bridges music. What, you mean the diamond that uses the Bridges music? Those pennies should have been credited, and let's give you some Purge bonus as well. 330, Purge 330, available now. Thank you to Quizzle. I had to write an algorithm this morning to convert the old question writing template into the new question model, which was fine until I thought everything is fine. This seems quite straightforward, and then I spent about 15 minutes saying, "Why are you not working? Why is that not?" And it turns out I'd copied the wrong file over from the question data, so it wasn't converting it because it couldn't read it. And then it was all good. So that all works. So the old question template does work. But if you're writing for the Purge in the future and you want to do a slightly different number of options per question, do send me a message, because the template doesn't account for that. It can only convert from the classic format. But the new game can handle any number of questions in the game and any number of options on each question. So, and I just can't be bothered to write a new template, frankly, because it's just much easier to convert it. But if you do want to do something a bit different with different number of options and you're writing for the Purge moving forwards, then do give me a shout. As ever, come and join the Discord for more information on the Purge and future airings at Game Night, as well as any information on the how to write if you fancied writing for anything that comes up here. Obviously, we're all filled out for the rest of the let's go to that one, for the rest of the year, but at the end of the season 12 that we're on now, season 13 will be coming early in 2024, so if you fancied writing some questions for that, then do give us a shout. I hope you like the new software, because that's technically, I know we've seen it a couple of times before, but that's the first official airing. It's pretty fancy. What's pretty fancy? The software, or the writing? Is the writing pretty fancy, or the templates? The templates are pretty fancy in places. I'm just loading up the cooldown game while I have a look to see if there's anyone worth raiding. Supersonic, Messy Coda. Messy Coda is always a good one to raid. Supersonic is doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. 2024 is not a real year. It's one of those random ones science fiction writers used to indicate a distant future. Yeah, that's kind of true. But that's the way it goes. Right. Time for some end of night action. Crystal Maze, Crystal Dome. Do I have to press a button to... There you go. That's out of play. Type ! play if you want to come and play. Extra pennies available. And a reminder that in this game you must whisper. After you've joined, whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. That's how to play. Correct answers earn gold tokens, incorrect answers earn silver tokens. You can have a maximum of 12 answers over the course of the game. Join the game by typing play. When prompted, predict how many tokens in total will be earned by the group. We've got a goodly number here tonight, actually. We've got 20 players in so far, which is quite a high number. Closest to the total wins 100 bonus pennies. That seems quite cheap, given the payouts we have. I haven't inflated this for the cost of living crisis yet. You get 10 pennies per gold token, but you lose 10 pennies per silver token. You can't lose pennies from your running total. You get 12 puzzles, one every 5 seconds. Answers may still be submitted after the puzzle has moved on. You get 5 seconds grace for each. Hope that makes sense. So this game has a special place in my heart. This is the game that got me my job, effectively, because it was coded in a different way. I also did the modelling of the dome. Do we like the dome? I think it looks good. I'd love to do a Crystal Maze experience. If I could make a Twitch quiz interactive Crystal Maze game, I would model the entire studio in space. I'm nicking Ash's meme because we're in space here. Right, type a prediction, type a number, whisper a number. Do I need to press it again? Do I need to press it again? Has anyone predicted yet? I might need to press it again. Oh yeah, whispering on mobile. Do I need to progress once more? Okay. I don't even know. Right, there's 21 players in the game. You now need to predict between the 21 players how many you will get gold minus silver. And they're all very simple, procedurally generated questions. Whoever's closest gets 100 bonus pennies. Optimat, welcome to the stream. I think you might be late. We might do another game in a minute, Optimat. But there's about 7 different types of puzzle that are randomly generated. There's a single character answer, either a letter or a number for each one. Single character for every puzzle. Even if the puzzle goes from the screen, you can still answer it, okay? So if you're thinking about one and it disappears, you can relay it in the chat. It will still be valid, okay? Everyone's got a prediction. And so, Richard O'Brien, I will hand over to you. So I press the magic button again.
Will you start the fans, please?
Right, take that sequence. U, Y, C, G. What's next? Take that pattern. How many times does that character appear? Calculate the following. 3 plus 11 minus 8. Is the number 247 prime or composite? What appears in the top but not in the bottom? What's the following? 0 minus 3 plus 3. What appears in the top but not on the bottom? 14 plus 2 minus 12. 26 minus 4 minus 15. Oh, which letter changes in Gaddy to make an adjective causing or likely to cause dizziness? Take that pad. How many times does that one appear? XTPL. Next letter is. And there's time. Any 12s? Shapes with 11. Topper with 11. Oni with 11. No 12. No, Lupine's got 12. Lupine, well played. Answers coming up on screen now. Oh, and you know what? I need to make a Nails Maths version of this. Would anyone be up for that? A Nails Maths version. A really hard maths version of the Crystal Dome. Yeah, it is fun, Huds. It's supposed to be fun. That's the idea. So it's like 60 seconds of intense brain work. Answers coming in now. I'd love to do a really hard maths version, but I have to write some maths algorithms that are manageable and not impossible, but also not really easy. Who's closest? Oni! Just 2 away. Very well done. 148 was a good prediction. Total of 150, and that date has been written to the drive. Very close. Might introduce double digits. Yeah, I think for the simple version where you've only got 5 seconds per puzzle, it's sort of fine as it is. You want to go again, Proogs? Not again. Let's do Spacey. Do you want to do Crystal Dome again? Oh, 155. Pretty close, Huds. Pretty close. We could do this and then Spacey 4 game if you like. I'm going to do one more of this because it's fun. And I've not done it for ages. Right. Oh, hello. Rules are the same. Exclamation mark play to join. Ooh, garbage collector disposing of compute buffer. Okay. No definitions in this one. Yeah, we'll do Spacey 4 game in a minute. Spacey 4 game to follow. And no Beat the Bee tonight. I haven't been practicing for ages. No Beat the Bee. But yeah, garbage collected. Any more for any more? 5, 4. Hello, Sonic. Welcome on in. 3, 2. Welcome to the stream. 1. Okay, prediction time, my dudes. 22 players. We've got 1 extra player this time. So, you got 150 last time. And there were no definition ones. I'll tell you for nothing. There's no definition ones. But we've got 6 letters and 6 numbers as answers, which is interesting. And a steeplechase. If I've got a pack of steeplechase, I could use an old pack, but I don't even know if the build would still run. Lupine Sonic, predict a number for me, please. How many are you going to get? There we go. And over to Richard O'Brien to start the fans.
Will you start the fans, please?
Okay, a nice maths one to start. 34 minus 13 minus 15. Think about it, you can come out to it. Oh, lovely. Minus 12 plus 15 minus 1. Love it. VRNJ, what is next? Oh, reverse alphabet. Love it. What's in the top but not in the bottom? 15 minus 11 minus 1. Oh, modal one. Which character appears most frequently? And another one. Which character appears most frequently? What's in the top but not in the bottom? I can't even say it, and I'm looking at it. How many times does the fist bump appear? Yellow fist bump. And yellow pointing down. How many times is that there? What appears in the top but not in the bottom? And how many times does left yellow pointy hand appear? Oh, Lupine, you're too good at this. Lupine with another 12 there. Answers coming in now. And again, Lupine. Absolutely smashing it out of the park for 120 pennies. So 240 pennies to Lupine there. And yeah, let's see who's going to get the bonus. 172. You've gone off the top of my bar chart. Only goes up to 200. You've got 204. Answers coming in. This is a game that does work in Twitch chat because I've got all the emojis handy. Though I could make it work in the universal controller, but it might be a flap with that and automatic reload. And who's closest? It's AB me! 160, nice, 169, 3 away, 172. AB me 3 away, getting 100 bonus pennies, and that has been written to the drive and updated on the app, exclamation mark pennies, if you want to count how many you've got. But all of that has been precursor. All of that Crystal Maze goodness, Crystal Dome goodness. I'd love to do a Crystal Maze game. Really would. All of that, frankly, has been precursor. Oh, hello. No, don't want to open Chrome. Not my work Chrome, anyway. All of that, Crystal Dome, all of the Purge, all of Cryptex, all of Plinko, it's all been a precursor to the main event tonight. The main event, which is now just loading because Unity is showing me sass. Showdown. Oh, I'd love to bring it up. People didn't like it. That's the thing, Tom. People didn't like Showdown. It was like a sort of a not quite as good Millionaire was sort of the feedback that I gleaned from what people said. Now I can't do Millionaire anymore. Maybe I should bring Showdown back. Or Dealer's Den. Do people want to play Dealer's Den? Or Showdown? You say, because you say it in chat now, but if you don't actually want to play it, then it's all sort of academic. I could bring them back. I could redo them. Or bring them back. Or show you some stuff. Bring back Ven. Oh, Ven's such a difficult one to write. Anyway. Time for the main event, folks. Left or right? This is what you're all here for, and I'm coming back into this. I'm going left or right. For every player who joins the game, I will add 50 pennies to the jackpot. We'll keep going until there's one player left, and they will win the lot. I think after the intensity of the Purge, it's quite nice to have some just a bit more chill at the end of the night. 30 seconds if you want to come to 1350. 1,350 pennies. That's a lot of pennies. Where are you going to go, left or right? I dare say BC will come and join us with 2 seconds left on the clock, as this is wont. 1,400 going to the winner at the moment. It's a lot of balls. A lot of balls in tubes. 5 seconds. Is it BC or a run going to join late? None of the above. Oh. Well, I've dropped rare. Immediately. Danger, Flyboy, Fluffy Bunny, Hud, Silent Marine, Raspberry Floof, Stilgar, ABB, Mr. Vertigo, Oni, Ardenfex, Lupine, and Prugs. Left or right? 30 seconds now. Does anybody want to do an archive game from the end of the night? Like, that is the question. Archive pack? A legacy pack? If anyone wants to play a legacy pack, I'm up for doing some more. If you've had enough quiz tonight, then we'll call it a day. But I could do some more, if you fancy it. Right drops. Silent Marine, Stilgar to Ken. Oh, Stilgar to Ken, Abimi, Oni, and Lupine. You go on to the next round. Sorry, Huds. Pendulum strats, paying off. 1,400 pennies to the winner. 5 players left. Who's it gonna be? Ooh, 3 on the left, and AB Me goes right. Let's see. That was my mind's gone blank, Prugs. And it's a heads up, AB Me and Oni for 1,400 pennies. Excitement. Who's gonna go first? Left or right? We're going to go for chaos mode. We're going to roll it into the next one. Remember, if there are no winners, that 1,400 rolls. AB Me. Okay, we're going to have a winner. And we're going to speed up the clock. And it's going to be... Oni! You've won 1,400 pennies. Oh, well played. And that's been written, and that's been added to the bank. It worked. Well played. Not again. Yeah, that was never going to happen. One more for the road. Oh, and there goes my ring light. It's because I'm rocking on the desk. Yoink. Yeah, I need to get a proper thing for the top of my monitor. It's just sort of balanced on my old camera. The thing that goes on the top of a tripod. It's just sort of sat on there because the screw fits. What I need, because it's got a screw thing, but and it's got a little cradle to like hold it, which is for an iPhone, which sits in the middle, but it can attach to the bottom. But I need a double, a male to male, like 1/4 inch screw to attach it. Yeah, you say that. I tried some Blue Tack earlier, it didn't really work out. 1350 at the moment. Let me do some continuity while we're doing this. What have I got next week for all of y'all? We're going into the next row. Have I survived? Yes, I have. Hooray. KS, Circubat, Ardenfett's, Flyboy, Lewis, Silent Marine, G. Eisens, Huds, Proogs, and me go on to the next round. And next week, friendos, we have got Battlefront, Red Herrings, and The Abyss. And Battlefront is by Oni. Red Herrings is... we've got a double dose of Lupine next week, because Lupine has written Red Herrings, and he's co-written The Abyss with 8 Minky. So Abyss is Lupine and 8 Minky, Red Herrings is Lupine on his own, and Battlefront is Oni. So double dose of Lupine next week in the writing front. That's Saturday the 18th of November. Come on, Huds. Where you going? Huds! Oh, bloody hell. Me, Giards, and Silent Marine. Well, I'm not going first, gang. You guys can go first. So yeah, Battlefront, Red Herrings, and The Abyss coming up next week from me. Let's give a shout out to our great friend Ash, who was here earlier, may still be here now. I will pick one of them at the end once you've both declared. Oh, for fuck's sake, fine. You're going to do this because I'm not allowed to win this game. It's my own rule. We'll see what happens. It's going to roll over to the next one. Bash is going to be here next week. For God's sake, means we've got to do one more with a rollover. Right, I'm going to finish doing the continuity and then we'll do one more with the 1350 rollover. Next week, Ash is here on Wednesday the 15th of November with Quiz Cubed, written by Cetra, Hive Minds by Dogfish, and Secret Fortune by JB and Tipster. That's next Wednesday over on Ash's channel. Did I give him a shout out? Did I give him a shout out? I'm sure I did. No, I did give him a shout out. So, that's Ash's Wednesday. On the Friday, that's the 17th, he's got Brain Teaser, Snap It Up, and All Clued Up. Do go and give him a follow if you're not doing so already. That is next week. Also, I mentioned him earlier, but I'll give him another plug now. Topper One Gaming next Thursday, if you need even more quiz in your life. Thursday, the 16th of November, it's his 100th stream. I was getting to that, Topper. I was getting to that. I was going to plug you first. His 100th stream, Topper's next Thursday. Word Chain Royale, Cloud9, which is original format, only the second airing, new game from him, and Elimination. Cloud9, Topper has written, a run has written Elimination. Topper writing Cloud9. That's next Thursday. Topper's 100th stream next Thursday. Go and give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Great guy. And yeah, next Thursday. Ash next Wednesday and Friday. And as for me, next Saturday with Battlefront, Red Herrings, and The Abyss. Should be really good fun. And of course, Quizmas 1350. Quizmas is on the horizon. Let me just say a quick word about that. How do I start with points per player, pennies per award? There we go. We changed that. Quizmas is coming up, and this year Topper is coming into the fold. Historically, it's been me and Ash sharing games with prizes available. This year, Topper is joining our ranks, and we have got 16 days of Quizmas. Slightly evolved from the original 12 days of Quizmas. But we've got prizes to be won, and between us, we're doing 16 games on our 3 channels. That's here, twitch.tv/royal_flush, and 80_bash, and Topper One Gaming on Tuesdays. No. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for the month of December. Prizes to be won and all sorts of excitement on the horizon. I love Quizmas every year. It's been great fun. It's the fourth time I think we've done it. So it's bigger and better this year. So I do hope you'll come and join us in December. That is starting in about 3 weeks' time. And it's going to be massive. So make sure you are involved with that. Right. Final one. Roll over. We're rolling over, and I'm starting left. Oh, God, my ear. Bash! Speak of.
Oh God, Quizmas is only a few weeks away. AHHHHHHH.
I feel it, TTS. Bash. Thank you for the 51 months. Bloody hell. 51 months. Thank you for the support, mate. And very much looking forward to Quizmas. Yeah, that's coming soon. There are at least 3 things I need to think about for that, which I will get round to at some point. But thank you for the support. We've got to do the Quizmas #1, which is sort of an open secret at this point. We've done it for 3 years. This will be the 4th year. Quizmas #1. Here we go. Right, dropping. Oh, good, I survived. 2,700 pennies going to the winner. And Circubat, Stilgar, Pyro Pygmy, Silent Marine, me, G. Isons, Kegler, Shadowme, Shakes, Mantissa, Topper, and Danger Dimples go on. Left or right? I'm going with Topper. Oh, so Quizmas and all of the things happening. It's just mad. Just mad at the moment. That time of year where there's just no headspace and no time. Work's getting busy. We're about to get into a particularly busy season with various shows in. Oh, boo. Still got Pyro Pygmy, Silent Marine, Kegler, Shapes, Mantis, and Danger Dimples. You go on to potentially win 2,700 pennies. Left or right? Does anyone have any desire to do any more quiz tonight, or is everyone about spent? Because I will, I'll bust out an old build of something with an archive pack if anyone fancies it. Topper never desires quiz. I don't think so. Oh God, my ear. Pop, please pop. To the left that drops. Silent Marine, Kegler, Shapes, and Danger go on. 2,700 up for grabs. Three in the left. Kegler. I ain't doing another roll. Well, I might have to do another rollover. Kegler's gone right. Am I going to have to get another glass of wine to see this one out? Or has Kegler done something very smart? He has. Kegler coach, you've only gone and won 2,700 bloody pennies. What a result. Kegler coach. 2,700 pennies going your way. Very well played. Lovely stuff. You love to see it. And that is the end of night games. Skill issue. Definitely a skill issue. Huds knows all about skill issues. Look, seriously, does anybody want to play a short game at the end of the night? An archive pack? Pay so many pennies. Yeah, I did well. You know, you got to follow inflation. Pennies should have been updated. It's too late to think. Quick one, under 30 minutes. Okay, let me see what's in the archive. An old pack. Come on, let's find an old game. Something we haven't done for like ever. Let's go into originals. Let's go into archive. What have we got? Oh, I'd love to do Face Off. That requires a lot of mental fortitude. What could we do? mean, that might be fun. That is under 30 minutes. Ooh, it's whether it still works. Not the Hive. God, not the Hive. Spontaneous Spotlight. That could be a shout. Oh. It's like a 45-minute game, though. That's the problem. Odds is going to bed. Right. Decision made. Let me load the software. Go to bed. The quiz. You're very welcome to go to bed. I just fancy doing something extra. No, not templates. Original. Archive. Open. Night all. If you're leaving us here, I'm being spontaneous. I've done the continuity, so I don't have to worry about that. But I just fancy a bit more quiz. Yeah, I'll get some more wine in a minute. I'm not playing any more ads. But it's been a great night. Thank you everyone for joining me. You've made this a marvellous evening. Good lord. Let's go to streaming mode, can we? That is hundo P, not what that is supposed to look like. It just isn't. Alright, let me see if I can figure out how to work this very, very old game. I'm going to use an old pack of mine. That one will do. Autoplay mode, test mode off, skip opening credits, it's off. Canvas. Okay, why is that? Something may be amiss with this, but let's find out. No, it seems to work. Ignore that. Out of sync. That is the question. Right. I think I need to put this in test mode when it goes throughout the pen. In fact, I'm going to reload this because I haven't updated the question model for where the new pennies are stored, which means if I save this, it's going to overwrite all of the pennies. Oh my god. Oh fuck me. Let's just get rid of points equal pennies. And that should be fine. Write new file is called from there, which isn't called from anywhere. So that's fine. Yeah, if I if I let this run, because there's going to be no pennies for this game, but if I let it run as it is, everything will break. So, late night quiz, if anyone is still here. We're going to play That Is the Question. Might not work anymore. It's an old pack of mine. Questions may be out of date. And if you want to play QDIJ, let's see if it works. We have to see a Marvel movie. Late night quiz. If anyone fancies it, it's all in Twitch Whispers, this game. Come and join us. No pennies up for grabs, just kudos and some extra quiz if you fancy some late night quiz here in the UK. I tell you what, you come join. When I come back, I'll lock the lobby. I don't think this has got any time entry. I might be wrong. But come and join us. We'll have a lovely time. I'll be right back. Hi, Hermione. Alright, this whole game can be played in about 25 minutes, I think. I'm going to go to the loo, actually, before we carry on, and then we'll start. Okie dokie. I genuinely can't remember if this has got any time entry or not. I don't know what the questions are. All I know is that I wrote them. Ferbster, welcome to the stream. It'll take about 25 minutes to play the whole game, and it's all done by whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot. And I think it's auto-playing, so follow the instructions and hope for the best. Let's go through. Ardenfett, Shapes, Prudes, Lucario, Stilgart, Circulat, Sonic Elwood, Mr. Vertigo, Kegler, Lorendo, KS, Silent Marine, Raspberry Floof, Riff Raccoon, Ferbster, Pyropygmy, Flyboy, and Oni here for some late night quiz. That is the question. So in round 1, you'll be shown an answer and 3 questions. Select the question that fits the answer by whispering A, B, or C to Persephone's Twitch bot. Correct answer will earn you 1 point, and incorrect answer will cost you 1 point. There is no penalty for abstention. There are 5 boards in the round, and you have 10 seconds for each of them. Yeah, this is a game that sort of didn't really stand the test of time. I don't think it was well liked. It's a big right, and it's quite short. Yeah, A, B, or C to the bot, like in the olden days. It's really hard to write for, and for a game that lasts 25 minutes, it wasn't. I think it wasn't sustainable for our model here. But I think it should just auto run. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3, go. Good luck. Have fun. The answer is Jane Austen. What is the question? Who wrote Little Dorrit? Who wrote Wuthering Heights? Who wrote Lady Susan? A, B, or C? Remember, no penalty for abstention, but you lose a point if you're wrong. Who wrote Lady Susan? Was the answer. The answer is Jane Austen. I haven't got any notes to furnish you with at this point in time, but well done if you got that one right. And we'll reorder the board, and you're all over on the left-hand side. Lovely. The correct answer is the Labour Party. Sir Ed Davey is the current leader of which party? Which party had the second highest vote share at the 2005 UK general election? The only person to hold all 4 great offices of state represented which party? C. James Callaghan. Second highest vote share at the 2005 UK general election was the Tories, and Ed Davey is the current leader of the Lib Dems. I don't know if you got that one right. Question 3. The answer is Hungary. What is the question? Which country would you find an astronomical clock attached to the old town hall of its capital city? The inventor of the Rubik's Cube comes from which country? If you asked a baker for crew, in which country would you be ordering bread? I know A was the Czech Republic. I can't remember what C was. Someone cleverer than me will probably tell me in the chat. But the answer is B. Erno Rubik came from Hungary. Well done if you got that one right. And welcome to the game. I think, possibly. Someone coming into the game. I don't know. The answer is 105. What is the question? Which 10 code signal is the shorthand for message received? How many symphonies did Haydn write? Or what is the product of the 3 highest single-digit prime numbers? C, 7 times 5 times 3. It gives you 105. Haydn wrote about 120 odd symphonies. 10-4 is the 10 code for message received. Question 5. The answer is Columbia. What is the question? What is the name of Riff Raff's sister in the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Which of the Ivy League schools was founded most recently? Cockney is a light Pilsen-style beer made by which brewery? Remember, no penalty for abstention. See, everyone who attempted getting it wrong and losing a point. Cockney is made by the Columbia Brewery. I forget the answers to the other questions. Ivy League most recently, possibly Cornell. Riff Raff's sister, I can't remember. There's our top 5 at the moment. Lucario on 4, Oni and Riff and Shapes all on 2, Mr. Vertigo's on 1, also Prugs and Stilgar on 1, but it only shows 5 because this was from my lesser years when I was less good of a programmer. Let's move on. Round 2. You've shown 3 answers and 4 questions across 3 phases. Select the question that pairs with the answer for the current phase by whispering A, B, C, or D to Persephone's Twitch bot. Only the answer will change with each phase. The questions will persist throughout the board. One of the questions will not have a corresponding answer. Each correct answer will earn you 1 point. Each incorrect answer will cost you 1 point. There is no penalty for abstention. Scores are not revealed until the end of the 3rd phase. 3 boards and 10 seconds for each phase. Hopefully that makes sense. About half a positive. That was about the running metric of this game. It's a good spread, but the median is about 0. Hopefully that makes sense. It will when it appears. A, B, C, or D is all you need. Juba is the capital of which country? Windhoek is the capital city of which country? Maputo is the capital city of which country? Asmara is the capital city of which country? The answer is Mozambique. What is the question? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So quite a few attempting that one, but not everyone. The new answer is Namibia. What is the question? Again, just a smattering attempting this one. One more answer to come in. The answer is South Sudan. What is the question? Okay, time to reveal the scores. So, quite a few players getting 3. Mozambique. Maputo is the capital of Mozambique. Windhoek is the capital of Namibia. And Juba is the capital of South Sudan. Back into the game, reorder the board. Here is the start of the next. Noted for its green colour and aniseed flavour, which spirit is made using wormwood? Jameson is a brand of which spirit? Tia Maria is a liqueur made using which spirit? Mother's Ruin is a name given to which spirit? The answer is rum. What is the question? A lot of players going for this one. Just 4 players sitting this one out. The answer is gin. What is the question? I actually do know all the answers to these ones, so I'll be able to give you some details at the end. And most attempting this one again, just 4 or 5 sitting out. The final one is whiskey. What is the question? Time to reveal. And how many you got? A few threes in there, a couple of ones and twos, a few negatives. Rum is Tia Maria, gin is Mother's Ruin, and Jameson's is a whiskey. The other one was absinthe. Wormwood is what we were after on the absinthe one, which didn't factor in. Let's reorder the board and go on to board number 3. Which Shakespeare play consists of a single part? Who was the 4th son of William the Conqueror? Which English king married Eleanor of Aquitaine? Hashtag who wants to be a millionaire. Whose mother was Margaret Beaufort? The answer is Henry VII. What is the question? I would guess on this one because by process of elimination, and I'd be right as well, looking at my log. The answer is Henry V. What is the question? And one more for you on this board. The answer is Henry II. What is the question? Most attempting that one. Let's reveal the questions corresponding with their answers. Henry VII's mother was Margaret Beaufort, or the mother whose mother was Margaret Beaufort was Henry VII. Henry V consists of a single part, as opposed to Henry III of the others. Henry II married Eleanor of Aquitaine, and the other one I've no idea on William the Conqueror, probably William Henry I. At the end of that, top 5, Lucario at the top with 12, Oni's got 11, Shapes has got 10, Riff has 7, Pyrotechnic has 5. No other ties. Majority of players are on 0 or higher. Let's go to round 3. You'll be shown 5 questions. Select the 3 questions that have the same answer by whispering a combination of A, B, C, D, or E to Persephone's Twitch bot. You may submit letters 1, 2, or 3 at a time. However, your letters must be distinct and submitted without spaces or punctuation. You may submit fewer than 3 letters if you like. Each correct answer will earn you 1 point. Each incorrect answer will cost you 1 point. And again, no penalty for abstention. 5 boards in the round and 30 seconds for each of them. I suck, therefore I am. Very good. Have a honk. So, you're looking for 3 questions that have the same answer. You can submit 1, 2, or 3 answers. Let's take a look. Which George Michael single reached US #1 on 27th of August 1988? Which word is London slang for £25? Which sock puppet partnered with Johnny Vegas's Owl in a series of Naughty's digital TV adverts? The Appaloosa is a breed of which animal? And which animal appears between the goat or the sheep and the rooster on the Chinese zodiac? 3 of those questions have the same answer. A, C, and E is what we're after. It's all monkey. The London slang for £25, I think, is a pony. And the Appaloosa, I've got no idea. But it's not monkey. A, C, and E, well done if you've gone green there. Next board. The ruler of Oman is styled with which title? Which word appears in the title of an 1885 novel by H. Rider Haggard? What is the highest card value in Texas Hold'em poker? Which Tekken character wears a jaguar mask? Who was assassinated in 1968? Answer now. 3 of those questions have the same answer. A lot of 3s coming in. Maybe you don't have to play 3. B, D, and E are all king. Martin Luther King was the answer to E. Highest card value in Texas Hold'em poker is an ace, and the ruler over a man is styled with the title Sultan, if memory serves. The other three were all kings. Next board. In Dirty Dancing, who won't be put in the corner? Which Oscar-nominated 1995 film set on a farmyard is an adaptation of a 1983 Dick King Smith novel? Complete this Basque Christmas carol title, The Blank King. What was the lead single on Justin Bieber's debut album? And in the Spice Girls, who was Emma Bunton? So let's see if I can work this out without looking at the log. This is quite a clever question. Well done, Ben. Past Ben. If I say so myself. Everyone's attempted something. Most going green. Yeah, Baby is Dirty Dancing, Justin Bieber and Emma Bunton. The Infant King is the Basque Christmas Carol, and Babe is the Oscar-nominated film based on the Dick King Smith novel. Next board. Always tight at the top. Race to the top. Found on the border of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda, what is one of the smallest Great African Lakes? Who is the island of Sodor's number 2 train? Which king succeeded Henry VIII? In the Bible, who was the doubter? Before he was freed from the Matrix, what was Neo's first name? Oh, this is mean. It all hinges on A. Could be some tears here. Because I think both of the wrong answers are the same answer. Which was commented is a bad policy in this game. So apologies if you fall foul of it. A, B and C are all Edward. The doubter was Thomas, and Neo's name before he was freed from the Matrix was also Thomas. So 3 Edwards and 2 Thomases up there. And yes, I think that has caught some of you out. Bad luck on that one. It was called out when we played this pack. It's a bad policy to do that. But apologies if you've been caught out by that. Moving on. Which 1970 comedy film was written and directed by Robert Downey Sr.? What is the first move learned by Jigglypuff in Pokemon Generation 1? What currency is used in Syria? What unit of mass is equivalent to 6.53 kilograms? How much flesh is demanded by Shylock in The Merchant of Venice? 30 seconds. 3 of them have the same answer. The answer was pound for A, C, and E. Jigglypuff learns sing before it learns pound, and 6.53 kilograms, I think, is a stone rather than a pound. Well done if you've got some points on there. Only taking the top, but he's about to lose it back to Lucario as we come to the end of round 3. Lucario on 25, Oni on 24, Shapes on 18, Riff on 12, Proogs on 11, also Pyro Pygmy on 11. More players on positive than negative at this point. I think there's one more round. Yes. It's a very interesting round. You'll be shown 9 question answer halves. 8 of the halves will pair up to make a total of 4 valid question answer combinations. Select the anomaly, the one that doesn't have a pair, by whispering A, B, C, D or E to Persephone's Twitch bot. The anomaly may be a question or an answer. Yes, a quincunx. Quincunx indeed. Just want to finish with a positive score. That's a fine goal, Sonic. Available points will start at 5 and reduce to 0, decreasing by 1 point every 9 seconds. Correct answer will earn you the current available points. An incorrect answer will cost you the current available points. No penalty for abstention. 5 boards and 45 seconds for each of them. So, if you answer earlier and you're wrong, you lose more points. So something to bear in mind. Here comes the quincunx. Blue, yellow, black, red, green. Upper Central Olympic ring is what colour? In the nursery rhyme, what colour are the bottles standing on the wall? Elton John's 7th studio album references which colour? The flag of Poland contains white, and what other colour? One of those answers does not fit with any of those questions. 4 points if you can identify it now. 3 points if you can identify it now. And remember, you lose those points if you're wrong. 2 points if you can identify it now. One point if you can identify it now. The anomaly was blue. Poland is white and red. The green bottles on the wall. 7th studio album by Elton John is yellow. Yellow Brick, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And the Upper Central Olympic ring is black. The anomaly there was blue. A. We reorder the board. And we'll go to the next quincunx. Eagle, jackal, spider, elephant. Which animal is the most prominent in the traditional depiction of the god Tarawet? The god Ganesha traditionally takes the form of which animal? The goddess Athena once turned somebody into which animal? The god Anubis has the head of which animal? Zeus condemned Prometheus to repeatedly have his liver torn out by which animal? One of those questions does not have an answer. Can you identify it? I think I know. I think it's A. Yeah, Tarawet is a fox, I think. The jackal is Anubis. Athena once turned somebody into a spider. Ganesha is an elephant. And Zeus condemned Prometheus to have his liver torn out by an eagle. And a big change, big lead for Lucario, but 3 questions to go. Sonic the Hedgehog, Bioshock Infinite, The Last of Us, Max Payne, GTA Vice City. Which video game features Joel Miller? Which video game features Vinny Gognetti? Which video game features Booker DeWitt? Which video game features Ivo Robotnik? One of those answers does not fit. Big mid-noughties knowledge for you, if you can get it. It's GTA Vice City is the answer. Vinny Gognitti and Max Payne, Joel Miller in The Last of Us, Booker DeWitt in Bioshock Infinite, and Ivo Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I don't know if you got points there. 2 more boards. Roma, The Shape of Water, The Irishman, I, Daniel Blake, Bohemian Rhapsody. Which film won the BAFTA Award for Best Film? Which film won the Academy Award for Best Picture? Which film won the Cannes Film Festival Palme d'Or Award? Which film won the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture Drama? One of those answers does not fit. This is a hard question, I will add. Worth a punt with 2, maybe worth a punt with 1 left. Couple of players having a punt with 1 to go. It's The Irishman. Everyone attempted getting it wrong. Shape of Water won Best Picture. Roma won the BAFTA. Bohemian Rhapsody won the Golden Globe. And I, Daniel Blake, won the Cannes Film Festival. The Irishman won none of the above. Bad luck if you attempted that one. 1 more quincunx for you. Mercury, Saturn, Uranus, Mars. Which planet is named after the Greek equivalent of the Roman god Caelus, or Chalus? Largest volcano in our solar system, Olympus Mons, is found on which planet? Galatea and Proteus are moons of which planet, which planet has an orbit time of 87.97 Earth days, and which planet has a mass 95 times that of the Earth. One of those questions does not fit. Galatea and Proteus, which are moons of Neptune, I want to say. Olympus Mons is on Mars. Saturn, 95 times that of Earth. Uranus is named after the Greek equivalent of the Roman god Chelus, and Mercury has an orbit time of 90 Earth days. And that is game over. And the final scores. Lucario on 31, Oni on 21, Shapes on 20, Pyro on 17, and Riff on 7, sharing 5th place with Sonic right there, who doesn't get to populate because I was a younger programmer and less good at stuff. Is that it? Do I need to press another button, or is that just the end of the game? I think that's the end of the game. Well done, Lucario. 31. Good score. It's fun, but I can see why I didn't stay on the roster. Honestly, it's a game. It's very hard to play with the limitations of Twitch chat, and it's very difficult to write for, and it's very, very quick. There's a comment from somebody who said it was like it's kind of fine, but it's not setting the airwaves on fire. It seems like it might be a fun format if there was more time on them. But yeah, it's I've still got the software. It's nice to see it still works, and yeah, no pennies for that, just kudos. But hope you enjoyed the late night trivia. GG, Lucario. Well played. Right, I think that's going to be it. Surely that's it at this point. Let me stop the build. Hope you enjoyed that late night quiz. It has been an eventful evening. We have had Plinko. We have had Cryptex. We have had Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock. We have had the Purge. And we have had the Crystal Dome. And we've had Spacey Full Game. And we have had That Is the Question as the late night, end of night game. And I hope you've all had fun. I've done the continuity. Ash on Wednesday and Friday. Topper on Thursday. I'm back next Saturday with Battlefront, Red Herrings, and The Abyss. I do hope you come and join me. I'm going to go and do the post-stream come down. If you want to come and chat some more with us, do come and join the Discord if you've got any feedback or suggestions. Don't give them any feedback or suggestions on That Is the Question. That was very much a one-off. That's unlikely to come back except in a late night slot. But I hope you enjoyed the extra quiz if you stuck around for it. We are reduced in number, but we are going to go raid the Messy Coder, who's a great guy who does... He does development stuff and interviews with people. So we're going to go raid him. We're going to say E equals E. Nice tits. Yes, you can, Proogs. And on that bombshell, you have been watching Game Night. I have been Royal Flush. Until next time, do take care. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And I will see you when I see you. Take care. Peace out and good night.
Following along, and maybe there's a few things you can click a button and it'll like show up a little particle on the wall.